Hello! How is everyone doing? My mic keeps moving on me. But I hope you're all having an amazing day. Still looking at some bit of pieces I was working on. But hey, we're starting now. Why not? I was messing to make sure the new stuff I added in were working. I hope they were. I hear them in my ear. I don't know if you're hearing them in your ears, but whatever. I'm DJ, and we're going to be having a very special stream today. I'm going to be joined by 3 other amazing people, and we're going to be hunting ghosts. And Dogface, I did not send one to Evans yet. I did send Mom one, though. I think she got it. We'll see. I hope so. Yeah. Okay, it looks like she's in. But I did not get one to Evans yet. Okay, send one out. Alright. Let me pull up the thing. Alright. Anyway, but I hope you all have been having an amazing week. I swear this week has been the longest week of my life right now. And I don't know if it's because I was looking forward to a very long weekend, but yeah, it's been a long week. So I'm happy to blow off some steam today. I don't know if that's coming out of my ear, but yeah. Stream tunes, I love them. Though I am digging this music right now. Trying to see if Evan's got my thing. There we go. Alright, message. I finally got message, Evans. Alright, so I made sure that my game was updated. Because last time I tried to play this, I ended up having to update the game right before stream. And my updates are slow as hell for some reason. I have no idea why. So, but I got that all taken care of. I see. Oh, is Mom streaming? Yep, Mom's streaming. Yeah, I couldn't message him on Discord, so I sent him a whisper on Twitch. So hopefully he sees that. But anyway, I hope everyone's ready for tonight. I'm ready to, Oh, he is? Awesome. Thank you, Dollface. Alright. This is my first time hosting the event, so I'm like half nervous and half like excited at the same time. And I even bought new beer. They were all sold out on my beer at the store, so I'm trying a new beer today. Good old Wisconsin beer. Never heard of it. It's like zombie dust. Figure it fits perfectly for tonight. How about we go get this game up and loaded? I'll turn off stream tunes. As much as I love stream tunes, like I really love that album. It's called One Giant Leap, and it's like all sci-fi music, and I'm like in love with it for some reason. I was listening to it yesterday when I was working on some writing. It really gets the writing juices flowing. And switch on over to the... Jesus. I don't know. I don't know why Shia LaBeouf scares me every single time.
Bitch, I'm adorable.
Yes, Logan, you are adorable. Everyone in here is adorable. But how is everyone doing today? Senpai, Logan, I hope you all are having an amazing day.
Welcome back. I prepared some jobs for you.
Hello?
Yo. Whoa, what is happening right now? Evans! I forgot I set that to my raid music. I forgot I sent that to my raid music. Welcome, everyone. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Evans, thank you so much for the raid. I hope I was lurking in your stream. That game looks very intense for some reason. Dalish, hello again. Miranda Murphy, Thomas, holy shit. Everyone's here. Thicky, my dude. I hope you all like the raid music I have set up. I hope you're welcome, everyone. If you guys don't know me, I am DJ, DJS451. I am a variety streamer who streams from Nintendo games to indie games to horror games that scare the crap out of me. Who's this stupid... Why, is my cat somewhere around here? No, my cat's not even in my room. Thank you, my dude. I hope you're having an amazing day. We are going to be playing some Phasmophobia with some amazing people today.
Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side.
Come on, guys, do the Mario.
Do the Mario, take one step, and then again,
Do you like the band it came from, or Housing a Bridge? Housing a Bridge.
Let's go, do the Mario.
Housing a Bridge is what exactly I got there. You'll find a lot of my stuff from Team 4's. In my new commands is all from like Team 4-star and everything. Like I got my new unlurk button.
I'm back, bitches.
I've been messing around with Mix It Up today, and I was getting that all taken care of. But anyway, welcome everyone. We're going to be playing some Phasmophobia with, we got Evans Murphy, we got, wow, imagine if I could spell. And we also got the legendary Dogface Gamer. All amazing people who are going to be joining me today. Is Mom started up already, or is she still just chatting right now?
She's chatting right now. I told her we were all in the voice chat, so she should be joining soon.
Awesome.
Do you have the code yet?
I'm setting it up right now. There, create.
Okay, because it looks like you went to join a lobby.
I know.
Start a lobby.
I'm used to joining other lobbies. I out of instinct went there.
All right, stop the presses, y'all.
All right, I'm stopping. What's going up?
They've got a cornhole game now.
Yes, they do.
Wait, they have a what now?
It's much more accepting of Midwesterners now. This game is. It's got a cornhole game.
Yeah, we're not playing Phasmophobia. We're having a cornhole tournament.
There's also like, they also have like snowballs and everything in here.
Did you just start the game?
Not you guys waiting for me.
No, we ain't
no,
waiting for
that
you.
would never happen.
No. Hello.
Howdy, howdy. How are you this fine evening?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
All right, I sent the code into Discord, by the way. Also, hi, Mom.
Hold 1 second. I gotta turn you guys down quick.
As you can tell, I'm like a technical mess right now.
I'm literally a technical mess 24/7, so it's okay, bud.
Oh, let me turn them up, Miranda.
Are we? So we're not using the in-game comms, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so we won't need like the walkie-talkies and all that.
No. You want to mute everybody when you get into the lobby.
Why? Hold a second. So, in true fashion.
You got to update?
No, I updated. My mouse decided to take a shit.
Oh no.
Oh.
So I'll be right back. Yeah, okay. I gotta figure that out.
Oh my god, I know code.
You're in, Evans. And you're in
what?
The damn way.
How did I get in? It never entered the code.
You're in. You're here.
Yeah, you're here. You're all level 15 of you. No.
Oh, wow.
I mean, look at my level. It's not.
I mean, okay. I didn't expect to be attacked like this right off the bat. I mean, but that's fine. Yeah, that's
no.
Okay.
Like I am horrible at this game.
You should have expected it, Evans.
Gosh, what level is Sabertooth at? Like,
Something like 1,000,
1,400 and something.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Angel Kitty is at like what 2,000?
Yeah. That's
Something like
right.
that.
Yeah, she's higher than Sabertooth.
You should see Dawn Rocks and Not Real Scotty. They're like Dawn Rocks, I think, is like 1,800
It's a
or
bit loud.
something.
Okay, thank you.
What?
Sorry. I was talking.
Oh,
Alright.
how dare you talk?
Mom was speaking. Thank you, DFG.
How dare you.
Exactly. How dare you question me?
How is everyone in chat today? I hope
I
you're all having an
apologize.
amazing day.
God damn it.
I'm trying a new beer today, and
I mean, I
I'm
am
excited to see
totally
if it's going
sorry.
to suck or not.
Rude.
Not bad.
I
Not
suck at this ring toss.
You threw a ring, and now all of a sudden I have drums going off in my head.
You're welcome.
Like I don't know what is going on.
Anyone want to look at the crack in the door?
No.
Stop trying to get us to look at your crack, DJ. We won't. Not gonna do it.
That's just. I didn't know it was this kind of stream.
Wait, whoa. Hold up. Wait until I finish like my first beer.
That's what I don't
We're
have.
drinking?
Alcohol.
Yeah.
I'll be right.
So I went to the store after work today, and I usually buy my normal case of beer, but they were all out, so I'm trying a new one today. Never had it before.
Ooh, what would that be?
It's called Zombie Dust.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's called Undead Pale Ale. Very Wisconsin.
Okay, so I got the code. I'm finally on my way, buds. Only 5 minutes late. That's not bad. That could be way worse.
Oh no, like I was trying to set everything up even when I started stream.
Oh, that's literally me every time. What is the game about? So it's basically like a ghost hunting type of game, I guess you would call it. Also, you guys were talking about levels. When you see mine, keep in mind that I've literally played once. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Just wait.
Also,
she's
I've
gonna
never
pop
played
in
on
like
mouse.
level 100.
I have never played a mouse and key on this, by the way, so, like, how do I make it so it doesn't move me around and it lets me, like, click things?
What?
What?
Like, it's... So, okay, listen, okay?
Mhm.
Okay, are you listening?
No.
Yep.
Okay, well, listen harder, okay?
It's a very chaotic.
I'm trying to
group.
move it, like, instead of moving my view, I want to click the screen so I can...
Oh, hit spacebar. Hit spacebar.
Spacebar. Okay, thank you. That's what I needed. There we go. And multiplayer, right?
Yep.
And then DJ put the code in the Discord that
Yes,
you
I-
need to copy.
That one I am ready. Enter from clipboard. There we go. I told you I've played one day.
Level 2.
level.
Now I don't feel so bad about myself.
We'll say it. Don't talk.
Level
not-
2 for
Stop talking.
totally awesome.
Talking.
You guys are such assholes. Alright, how do I
You know this group for how long now?
How do I fix it?
I would just like to say, how do you fix what?
How do I...
Escape.
Okay.
Then you
Oh,
can
hi
move on.
guys.
I would just like to say I think this is the first
No,
time
no.
I've ever played Phasmo where
No.
I am the highest level,
By
and
one.
it feels pretty good. It feels pretty good. I'm telling you.
Okay, there we go. I fixed it. I'm
guys,
sorry about that, guys.
We ran out of snowballs.
Oh no! Somehow you can catch them out of the sky, but I don't remember how.
Wait, you can catch them?
Yeah, I think if you go up to a snowflake, if you have a snowflake come right up to you, you can catch a snowflake and.
What?
Look,
Yeah.
I'm stacking paint cans, so
You,
Dude,
So-
whoa,
you can't.
whoa.
You can't actually do that. DJ.
I need
was
a
just fucking
quick-
with you.
Oh, goddamn it. Goddamn it. I'm like over here trying to catch
guys.
snowflakes.
What? Mom, what you need to do is you need to go over to that door right there and go into the new bathroom area. over
Wonderful.
Oh,
here.
yeah. Go look at that door over there.
Okay, I've got to change my hotkeys on Discord real quick. It's gonna
Okay.
be a hard time. Let's see. Why?
Nope.
Why you gotta stand right in front of me? I'm trying to do the
Whoa!
things.
Who's in the locker with me?
Hey, DJ.
Oh, man. Oh.
No.
Is this? Oh, I see how this stream is going to be.
How's it going, buddy?
Got room for one more in there?
Oh, yeah, we do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Close the door.
This is-
Disgusting.
7
Absolutely
minutes in
disgusting.
heaven.
There's a party in the locker today.
Alright. Oh, no, that's not what I want.
Who stacked up the paint cans like this? That's almost
me.
creepy.
I did it.
Good job.
Hold on. I need to move these.
Is this the new summoning circle?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay. Should be better now.
Wow,
And-
Dogface. Logan from YouTube. You know what to expect from Dogface. Okay, so what you need to do is turn around and go into that bathroom area there.
I've played this game before. I know you're full of shit.
No, seriously.
No. It's something they added.
Have you
Yeah.
played since the Christmas update?
No, but I know it's something scary, so
No,
I'll
just
just go.
walk it.
I'll just go face my fears.
Well, you're walking into the
You-
cornhole thing now.
Yeah.
I'm like, why can't I go forward?
Get your leg out of the cornhole.
I don't know how to use the controls for. I hate everything.
So they got me Tuesday with this. I didn't know that was a thing, and on Tuesday when I was streaming this, they're like, "Hey, you should check out the door." I'm like, "Why? What's at the door?"
That's how I knew there was something wrong because I remember seeing your stream and I was like kind of AFK, but I could still hear what was going on.
DJ,
So I knew that was something.
DJ, you gonna pick us a job?
Okay, all right. Is everyone ready? I was waiting for Mambad to.
Oh, hold on. I need to add my stuff.
Mombot is Mombot.
I just need one more thing.
Yeah. Like you can select a job and then we won't ready up until Mombot's ready.
What's the settings? Because I gotta lower them a little bit.
For what?
Like, settings for like the graphics and stuff.
Oh, you got to do that outside the game. You have to go into the settings menu.
I hate it here. Alright,
So
goodbye.
you'll have to leave, do the settings, and then come back in.
Alright, how do I leave?
So
Leave.
hit-
There we go. Yep,
I
gotcha.
chose the house. Oh, we just lost.
Alright,
She just
let's
said
see.
she had to leave for a second,
Oh.
so she could change her settings.
All right. Also,
We
I
can
am
play
like,
ring
broke
toss.
in this game, so.
Try this.
Why is the ring toss so hard?
And then...
Have you ever Midwestern, Evans? I mean, come on.
No, actually, I haven't. I'm sorry. I'm from Alabama.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Wow,
Should have
okay.
known. So, funny thing, Evans.
Yes.
One of our UK friends
Mm-hmm.
thought that you and I lived near each other because our accents are so similar.
Oh my God, really?
Yes. I was like, what?
I do not hear that at
Look,
all.
I was like, what?
DFG, I mean, you just wish you could sound as sexy as I do.
I mean, Evans.
Checking to make sure everything looks okay.
I mean, Evans, you do have a strong accent that you can just keep talking.
You'd have no idea how many times I've heard that, especially whenever going like out of state up north and things like that.
Okay,
People are like, could you
I'm
just talk?
ready. All I have to do is just figure out these controls. So if anyone could give me a quick rundown, that would be amazing.
So E picks stuff up,
Okay.
G throws stuff, F
Okay.
places items down,
Mm-hmm.
and that's about it, really.
And
Um,
when you pick certain items up, like the camera, you use the left and right click to turn the camera on and everything, and
Yeah.
then F to place it to have it recording.
I'm gonna forget all this, and I'm gonna ask you a lot.
That's
But
cool.
okay, I'm good. Let's go.
All right.
Let's go hunt some ghosties.
Evans, you need to ready up.
Are we missing?
I'm playing ring
anything?
toss. I'm trying to become one with my inner Midwesterner.
All right.
I'm making sure we aren't missing anything.
Let me buy some sanity pills, more sanity pills.
We got 2 flashlights. We got 1 strong flashlight, 1 thermometer. I only have $3, so I can't pick up anything else right now.
Okay. So, you want to go intermediate or do you want to go amateur?
I am at.
We can go intermediate.
Yeah, I'm at 1 just above amateur, so intermediate.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Let's let it go.
Let's hunt some ghost. Let's get ready to dropkick some ghost.
What's the bad language rules on your all's channels? Because I say a lot of bad words.
You seen me
Yeah.
live
have.
ever?
I was about to say, like, even I don't I curse like a lot.
I'm pretty positive I have a clip from the last time I played Phasmo asking our friend if he was looking at his
Senpai
All
with
right,
the Final
motherfuckers,
Fantasy.
let's go.
PP. So, there's that. Anyway. This is already so much nicer on mouse and keyboard, by the way.
Oh wow, I
Did
loaded
we
in
not
really
get
fast.
enough flashlights?
Whoa, why do I hear your
You
voices
did make me
again?
jump, Senpai. You did make me jump.
Oh, you didn't. Okay,
You can,
okay.
you
We might
can
have
turn
to.
it down in the
Oh,
settings.
So you're gonna go to settings and mute us in there.
Yeah, you just hit escape and it'll go right to it.
Okay, cool.
All right.
I did, and then I had to redo it, and all
Yeah,
that
you've
fun
got to
stuff.
redo it every time, I think. I got the thermometer.
Okay, so the name is Christopher Martinez. And DJ is getting ready to go
With the raid. Hello,
Let's
hello.
go.
Holy
off
crap.
on his own for a little bit. So good job on the raid.
We'll see.
We can do this. We can do it. We can go.
Wait.
What?
I can't find your guys' voices. I'm on settings.
Thank you so much for the
you just
raid.
go back
Iron
out,
Ranch.
don't
Welcome
go to
everyone
options.
who joined in, and thank
Just
you
hit
for the
escape,
follow.
And there'll
Yeah.
be
Your Hot Flowers.
tape
If I
to
butchered that, I
the
apologize
right-hand
right
page.
away. Though that makes me think of
Okay,
Nier
hold on, I
Automata,
gotta-
which
If you
if
got
that's
the
Okay.
journal, go to the
Oh.
pause menu tab.
But welcome
Okay.
everyone. I am DJ. For those who don't know
okay,
me,
guys, speak again. Someone
I'm a
other
variety
than.
streamer.
See, I hear Dogface twice, but your volume is all the way on 0.
Turn him up and turn him back down.
Let me turn them down for a quick moment. But welcome everyone. We're playing some Phasmophobia
Okay.
with some amazing
again.
other streamers right now.
Perfect. Dogface?
That was me.
Oh. I don't know why it didn't sound like you for a minute.
Phasmophobia,
Yes,
we just started.
I don't
I
think that
guess
we
so.
do.
We just started, so it's getting there.
Anyway,
You did get the name from
So you
ooh,
walk
I
around and grab this flash
shouted
right
out the
here.
wrong person.
Okay.
So it was Nier Automata. I love Nier so much.
Yep. Okay.
But yeah, we're playing Phasmophobia, all of us together. If you want, I think Mombot's streaming right now, with us right now. But thank you so much for the raid, guys.
Enjoy your look, fluff.
So
The what?
you have a camera here, and then you have a dot. Pick up the dots. It's right to the left of the camera.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh yeah,
All right. Then we can head in.
Okay.
and we are looking for a Christopher Martinez.
Yes, but don't say the name until we're ready to try and get it to hunt.
Damn.
Are you
So I'm
here?
not supposed to say Christopher Martinez in the house?
Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. So we're not trying to call Christopher Martinez yet.
Can you hear me?
I can't. Oh, how do I turn the flashlight on?
Oh crap! I don't have a flashlight.
Right click.
I don't have a
That's the
flashlight.
UV.
Oh shoot! How do I change it?
The scroll.
Oh, okay, cool. There we go.
Oh,
Hi.
there are
Hello.
no more flashlights.
Oop, I
Feels
found
sad, man.
I found the bone. It's by the dining table.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I don't have any of those things, huh?
No, you don't have any of these yet.
Oh, that's sad.
Can you hear me?
I just get to sit here and watch you guys die.
Wait, what? No.
Wait, what?
No.
That's not what I'm doing here?
No.
Can you hear me, Spirit?
I think that's totally what I'm doing.
Let's
here.
look for the summoning circle, and
Can you
Mamba
hear
can
me?
light the candles at the summoning circle.
Okay, and put all the pins in it like you did?
Yes.
Damn it.
In the voodoo doll?
We don't speak of the voodoo doll.
Oh, I'm speaking of it, but don't worry.
I did not touch that doll.
and stab it like 70 times? Never.
It was like 7. It was 7.
D.
Oh, we already got it. It's a mimic. Einrich says it's a mimic.
It was a mimic?
Yeah, it's got to be a mimic.
Alright,
Yeah.
Ein. Alright, Ein.
Okay, never mind. I got you.
Yeah.
I've yet to have a mimic
Who am I
so
following around, by the way?
That would be me.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
So are we just boogieing?
We're just kind of scoping out the place, trying to figure stuff out.
Well, I've gone in the same
Wait.
room like 5
Oop.
times, so.
Phone's ringing.
I was going to say, who's vibrating?
I mean, not right now.
Not on stream. That's definitely against us.
If they can see it.
No.
What do you think those point
Thank
redemptions
you
are for on my
the
channel?
host.
Oh, I hate
I
it here.
greatly appreciate it. I'm
Oh,
so
I
happy
found the
got my
Ouija
setup
board.
working today.
Oh, you did? Okay, don't use it yet. What you can do with this
Yeah.
is I'll toss this down, and I'll pick up the Ouija board, and we can take it outside.
Oh, okay. We're
So
just
then
gonna eat it.
Then we don't get attacked.
Okay. It is absolutely facts.
So I'm not
And-
getting anything right now with the EMF.
Then if you want to, I think you have to right-click it and then ask a question. So you'd have to crouch, hit C,
Thing.
and then ask a question like, "Where are you?"
Hallway's cold and we got dirty water. Who's got the camera?
I got a
Left it.
I got a camera where I can take pictures.
Okay, did you get a picture of the skull?
Are you angry?
Where's the skull?
Right here.
Are you there?
Oh, I too keep my skulls
What-
near the kitchen
what-
table.
What is the killer's?
Oh, do you have
what
the
is
photo camera? Oh,
Yep,
there we go. Yeah.
yep.
Where are
What's
you?
the ghost's name?
Christopher Martinez.
Christopher
Then we got-
Martinez. Are you there?
We got dirty water in here.
And let me drop something and I'll pick up the...
So I was
So we're
getting.
playing with Ouija boards? Yes.
Yes, the Luigi board? Yep.
The Waluigi board.
Wow, Luigi.
hello.
Oh, that's only if you buy it at Walmart.
No, that's like the dollar store. Okay. Are you angry? Are you going to answer me?
So one thing they may have actually changed it to where the Ouija board only works in the house. I don't know if they updated it to change that.
Let's bring this bitch in.
So,
Yeah.
Mom, when you're using the spirit box, hold down V to talk into it. And oh, you're using the Ouija board. Oh.
Oh, I was gonna say I don't have it.
So then right click on it and ask a question.
And I'm leaving
Are you
as you guys
there?
do this.
Are you there? Are you there?
It's not lit up, so I don't think it's working yet.
Oh, it needs to be lit up.
Yep.
We're getting
Mhm.
lit.
Where are you?
Do I have to get rid of? How do I change
Oh,
around?
oh.
Jeez. Oh, we got 2.
Oh, it's working.
Oh, it's working.
A-I-N-B A-T Bathroom? It's in the bathroom.
Oh, let's walk in. Let's all barge in on him while he's using the bathroom.
You pooping in here?
I'm not getting a reading in here.
Pooping confirmed?
Pooping confirmed.
Yeah, the
Oh, we
temperature
got
is
dirty
down
water.
from here. Oh,
What
we
the
got freezing
hell?
temperatures.
Be right back, guys.
Oh, I've got 3 on the EMF.
Rin? Oh my
Freezing
god.
temps.
This is like 3 raids so far
you
today.
here?
Holy
Here?
crap. Rin, how was your
Let's go.
stream? I was lurking while you were playing. And welcome everyone
have
from
dirty
Rin's
water when
stream
we
and
clean
from her
ourselves.
Another
community.
raid, DJs? What?
I'm telling
Let's
you,
go.
DJ's killing it.
DJ's cracked.
Welcome everyone from Rin's
You're
stream.
watching
I
this on
am
CBS channel.
DJ,
You should be awake if you wanna follow
DJS451,
it. You should follow
or my
it.
full username.
Everybody go follow DJ right now.
We
Share
are
my chat.
playing
Go follow.
Yeah, I got
Phasmophobia
a
with an
book.
amazing crew of people right now,
I'll
who are
grab the
also
spirit box.
streamers. We got Mambad Squad, we got Evans,
Can you write in the notebook?
and the Dogface Gamer, who are all amazing.
Do you want to build a
streamers
snowman?
now. Thank you all so much for joining me.
Do you want to build a snowman?
I'm a variety streamer who usually plays horror games.
How old are you?
Retro 90s games from Super Nintendo, N64,
Oh,
to
Mom,
so
you
many
have
other
the
amazing
dodge.
games.
You can pull that out and put it down on
I have not
the
played
floor in the
GTFO, but I know
bathroom.
I was watching Evans play that
With
for a bit.
F button,
It looks really creepy.
You'll have to crouch and use F to get it on the floor. It'll show up in like a silhouette.
I'm going to take a picture of the dirt.
What do I have?
The dots
Yeah,
projector.
look at that's a nice sink. Though I do like I do love this bathroom. Did someone turn on this shower, or did the ghost did?
Can you hear me?
Are you talking about this little box that's in my hand?
Yes.
No, the shower is. Turned on.
It won't go down.
You might
How
try
old are
putting it
you?
on a wall.
Though I do like the.
Did I do the thing?
Mace,
If
my
the green
dude,
dots
hello. How
I
are you? I hope you're
I
having a
just
wonderful
threw it.
day.
I yeeted
Oh
it.
no, you don't throw it.
Environment, I welcome as well.
Oh, there we go.
I appreciate everyone stopping by. I hope you're all
Okay,
having
so
an
what do
amazing
these
day.
do?
Okay, so Evans, your sanity's at 33%.
How
Mine's
old
at
are you?
0. Holy crap!
You were by the Ouija board, weren't you? So
Yeah, I
that-
was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh shit.
DJ's dying. Bye.
How old are you?
29
Hello?
wide. Oh.
oh.
Are you angry?
So far, I'm only getting a 2 on this EMF right now.
Okay.
Spirit, can you hear me?
I'm gonna
State
grab-
Farm is there.
Come on, let's go and play.
I'm gonna
I
set
never
the
see you
motion sensor and the
anymore.
sound sensor. I'm having a good day, Maze. I'm having a really good day, to be honest. Like, I was in a shockingly good mood at work today, even though it was a slow ass day.
You just leave me to here to die? Is
Yes.
that what's going on?
Oh, I'm
Okay.
setting up a motion sensor and a sound sensor in the bathroom. I want to
I
hear
think-
and see everything. No.
I think you guys just want me to die.
I want to know this ghost that we're intruding in his personal space right now.
You pooping in here, ghost?
Ghost, you got a whole bunch of people watching you right now.
Who turned off the shower?
I did.
Oh, that's rude.
Gonna set up some salt.
Ooh,
Oh God!
ooh,
Oh my
ooh,
God!
ooh. Run. Bye.
Yeah, it's
Outta
hunting.
here.
I think I
I
saw a
feel like-
ghost orb.
Did you?
I feel like I'm gonna die. Don't kill me, kill them.
It's all distorted. It was right before it started hunting.
I'm gonna stay right here real quick.
You guys are doing great.
Yep.
Oh, no, I'm gonna die. I'm dying. Yep, I'm dead. Goodbye. Goodbye,
You died
cool.
great.
No, I'm not dead yet. I'm going to, though. I
Don't.
almost did.
Don't die then.
Maybe I'll make it out. No, how do I open the door? Open the door, sir, please. Let me
I
out.
don't have a light.
No? That's rude.
You gotta click on it.
I did.
And then you got to drag it.
Oh,
Yeah, you gotta drag it
oh
back.
okay, well, that
Oh,
explains it.
it destroyed the Ouija board.
What happened to it?
It destroyed it.
So guys,
It looks
Jesus.
fine. What do you...
Guys,
Oh,
we got
okay, never
Ghost
mind.
Santa. We got Ghost Santa.
Oh, did you see the ghost?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Oh,
It
you'd
was.
love to
Didn't
see
you
it.
hear the jingles when he was walking?
I did, but I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and I saw him with the Santa's hat and everything. We got a Ghost Santa.
Ooh, let's go.
So did you see any orbs?
Thank you for
I
the
thought I
follow,
saw one, but I
Vyra.
haven't seen another.
Yeah, I really
Must be
appreciate
Grandma
it.
ran over Santa.
And yes, we got
See, I
Shia
thought you were
surprise
getting run
that gets
over.
me every single time.
Are you gonna kill me?
Probably.
Can I
It's
hear-
gonna kill you.
Can you hear me?
Wait, Mom, are you still alive?
Oh, it's trying. Yeah, I'm still
Okay,
alive.
I thought the ghost got you for a moment.
Oh, I really thought it was
Shell,
going to.
Shell, how are you?
Ah! I heard the Santa bells.
Shell, I hope you're having
Here
an amazing
comes
day.
Santa Claus, right down
Not
Santa
cool.
Claus Lane.
Not cool.
All right,
Coming
I'm being
to kill
boozled
again.
right now, so.
Oh, let's go. Tell me what it is.
Is it delicious?
Let's see what I have. What my choices are. All right, we got pomegranate or old bandage? What?
Ooh, yummy.
Pomegranate's
Old bandage, by
delicious.
the way.
I do not like my choices right now.
Not
Was
the
it
fun
rope?
time.
How old are you?
All right, let's see.
Can you write in the notebook?
Oh, there's a notebook. Where's
It's
the
in the
notebook?
bathroom.
Did they
How
throw down
old are
this
you?
photo, or did we do that?
Oh, we
Oh.
got
got a
an
voice.
old. Yeah, we got a voice. It threw down the photo.
Oh, lovely. Apparently they didn't want it there anyway.
All right, we got Spirit Box, the Mimic, the Twins, or the Anyo.
Yeah, Scotty, this is definitely
I'm
the
gonna
worst
bet
tasting
it's
bean I've ever had.
Mimic.
Oh, God.
Mamba, do you have the UV light still?
Yes, I do.
Oh my God, this
Okay,
is gross.
okay, so
Am I going with you?
yeah. So what you're
Okay.
gonna want to do is point it at doors. Oh,
Okay.
Evan's got one too. And look for
No,
fingerprints.
let me do it. That's okay, you can do it too. I'll just go to a different door. And look for fingerprints?
Okay.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
looking
it's
for
so dark in here.
Hey, Mom.
What? No, no, no.
All right, let me know how that is.
No, let me out. You guys let me die. Y'all
Oh,
let
God,
me
that-
die.
That bean was so bad.
I didn't let you die. You died right beside me.
I was
Fuck,
literally.
run. Okay.
I was
Oh, so
trying
Scotty,
to
I
get
hope
out
you're
the
having an
door.
amazing day.
Okay. So
Oh, my
if you press
God.
the J button, Mom, we gotta get a picture of Mombod's body.
Oh,
DJ, you still got the
God.
camera?
The camera is set up in the bathroom, or are you talking about the
No,
photo
the
camera?
photo Yeah, the photo camera.
Yeah, I still have that.
Okay, can you take a picture of Mom's bod?
And
Let's
then-
go.
I'm not gonna kill myself.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Why am I like this?
Okay, then Mombod, you're gonna use the J button and then select go to evidence at the top
Yeah.
and select
Alright,
fingerprints, freezing temperatures, and spirit box, and then click on.
I took a
memo.
picture of Mom's bod. All right.
Thanks.
Let's go.
So, do we have
Everybody-
any evidence right now?
Yes,
Oh.
we have all the evidence.
We have all the
Yeah.
We're done,
evidence.
DJ. We're done, DJ. Where you going?
Oh, sorry, I was
It's,
dying from an old bandage bean.
It's freezing temperatures, spirit box, and fingerprints, and it's a mimic.
At least you guys are nicer than the other friends I played with. They
Okay.
teabagged my dead body.
I would never.
Okay.
I am hearing it now.
Evans, get back
I
in
am
here.
hearing it now. I have them turned down. I don't know why
Okay.
he's acting like that.
You have it down in
Be
your
good.
journal. Do you have it in your journal, Mombod?
Yes, I do.
How about everybody else?
I listened to the assignment. Don't worry.
DJ, do you got it?
Yep, I got it checked off. Also, it seems like I'm lagging quite a bit. I'm wondering why. But anyway, I hope you're all having a great night.
Excellent.
Anyone have any good plans?
All right,
for
let's see if I
New Year
actually
so
get paid
far?
a decent amount. Every time I've gotten this, I've gotten like abysmal amount of money. $30. Okay, I guess.
Well, you only got $3.
Okay, this whole
DJ, did you get a picture of Mombod's body?
Yes, I did.
Weird.
Why? How much money did you guys get?
I got 120.
Okay, yeah, so
I got 130.
Okay, and I'm buying another flashlight
that's
since we
everyone
needed
turned down, so-
another one.
that's the glass
I don't
ceiling
know
if
why
I've
you-
ever seen it, buds.
Going on a date with your wife? Oh, that is awesome, Mace.
I did the
die?
same damn work.
I got nothing going on tomorrow, so I'm
Alright,
probably
so
going
you
to be
can
chilling here.
select to something else, DJ.
All right. Let's see.
All right. So, what do we want to do right now? Let's go for a
Like-
bigger house. I'm like seeing in the inside of two people's heads right now.
Oh yeah, it's kind of creepy.
Let's
Not
go with
gonna lie.
Willow Street.
Yeah. Hey, Judy.
All right. And what do we need more of? I'm going to pick up a strong flashlight.
We need a crucifix too.
Okay, I can probably pick up a crucifix.
Yeah, I've got $300.
Okay.
So,
And I'm gonna grab a candle. We lost a video camera? Okay.
Nobody move. But how do you screenshot on Steam again?
I do not know how to. You can screenshot.
F12.
F12. Okay. Evans knew.
I just got a picture of DJ and Mombod completely stuck together.
What?
Mombod's head is coming out of DJ's throat.
Oh, that's freaky.
DJ has breasts growing out of his abdomen.
The four-legged, two-headed, breast stomach monster.
Yes.
You'll love to see it.
God, I love our little elf hats.
Yeah, I got everyone turned down, so I don't know.
Okay, I'm ready to... Evans, we're waiting on you.
I'm trying to be a Midwesterner. Gosh. Playing cornhole over here.
All right, everyone ready?
All right.
Okay, starting up. Hey, are you guys hearing echoes on your side?
Yeah,
got-
so what you're going to need to do is hit the escape button when you get entered in here, and then take all of our audio levels up to 100 and back down to 0.
Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation.
What do you guys want me to pick up?
Grab a flashlight.
The thermometer's a good one, too.
Yeah, you can grab...
What's
What
the
is
pickup
the
E?
9 layers of
Yeah,
D&D hell?
And then come over
Oh
here
god,
and pick
you
up
talking about
this
like tieflings
thermometer.
hells?
It's up on the top shelf, the blue thing.
Oh, okay, got you.
Since they
and
added the
then
volume sliders?
let's-
Yeah, because I have them all muted.
Yeah, it's a thing. Every time that you go in and out of a session, you've got to boost them up to 100 and then boost them back down to keep it from echoing.
I didn't realize that this game was still in the beta until I played it for the first time. I feel like this game's been out forever.
I know.
Is this game still in beta?
Oh,
yeah,
it's still in
very
beta.
early access.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
Oh, what
Let's
did everyone
not
grab
die.
so far?
I have a DOTS and I have an EMF.
Okay.
I
have a
have a
camera.
flashlight and a thermometer.
So what
Okay.
you're going to want to do is pull out the thermometer
Ooh, I found the Ouija board.
and then hit the right
Damn, already
mouse
finding
button
the
and then
board?
go around until you see freezing temperatures. Now, is it Celsius or is it Fahrenheit?
It's Celsius. How do I change that?
Okay, so you're just going to want to look for below 0. Or
Okay,
0.
What are
below
we banning?
Yeah.
What are we
Okay.
banning? Ein?
And then you can
Using
change
your
it once you're out of the
flashlight?
game.
Alright,
I don't
for
know if
10
it's
minutes,
one
no
that you can
flashlight
change
then.
inside the game or not.
Okay.
Darn Americans and your Fahrenheit.
Everything Americans do is wrong. Let's be real.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm not
oh,
wrong.
wait. But, Mom, are you an American?
Yes.
Okay, if you're
So
an
I can say
American
that.
and you're not wrong,
But
that make
I
you right?
Oh, wait. Oh!
What?
don't
This
stop
is,
letting people not help.
This is a
What's going on?
conundrum.
This
It's
is
a
a what?
conundrum. It's a conundrum.
Oh, it is. It's a
Because
crisis.
If everything about anything in America is wrong, and Mombod just made a comment,
Well, that just
then
means
that
I'm
would be
not in
wrong.
America.
you're not in America?
No, it means I'm just not in America right now.
Oh, you're not in America. Gotcha.
Oh, no. I'm not America Fiera, or whatever her name is. No,
Okay.
what's her name? America...
Oh, I got the
You
button.
guys know who I'm talking about, right?
I
Yes.
think so.
You can't not know who America is. How many people do you know that are named America? Lascale, welcome in. How are you?
I'm not telling you my niece's name.
Okay, well, apparently DJ has a niece named America.
Amerikis.
Oh, that's really cute.
Yeah, yeah. My sister got it from some chick flick she watched.
Okay, so it's probably from America, whatever her name is. Okay, so in the basement, I got 3, so I'm getting closer.
You got 3? Oh, 3 degrees. Cool.
Okay, yeah, that means
Oh,
that
soda is Coke. I mean,
So it's
Wait.
a basement ghost.
We're doing what now?
Yeah,
no,
Coke is
my
soda.
chat's going on about how all soda
Oh.
is called Coke.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
No,
Where in the basement was it that you got
Mom,
3?
what do you think I do?
Apparently
Oh.
Coke. It was like right by the stairs. Oh, I got a 1.9 right here.
Okay.
And then I
so
went
I'm
up to a 5.
So go into
Now
this
I'm at
room.
0.4.
Oh, 0.4? Okay, so it's probably right here.
Where
Yeah.
are you?
You're lurking while you're building in Valheim. Nice. Enjoy your lurk.
How
I
old
like
are
you
you?
being here, Kat. I miss you. And we need to play more games together. Because I had a really good time.
Okay,
Did-
so I've...
Somebody grab the Waluigi board.
Are you here?
Where was it?
Oh,
I
no,
didn't
got
find it.
You have it?
I got it.
Where are you? Hey, what was the ghost's name again?
You can check in your journal now, in the overview.
Where are you?
Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize they added that.
Yep.
All right, it's in the basement.
John Harris, where
Yeah,
are
I got
you?
a dots set up down there.
Imagine my sanity. Oh shit.
Oh, a hunt.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Come on! I just started.
Are you dead already, really?
I didn't even do anything.
Wait, Mom, are you dead?
I'm dead.
What?
D-E-D, dead.
Wow.
Bullshit.
Oh yes, thank
This
you,
hunt just
Senpai. I
started,
always
too.
forget. I
Oh my
started
god, look at me.
I started a recent
I don't
community
know what
challenge
it means.
for
At least I,
to have
at
me
least I,
stream
you know, died with
Visage,
class.
which is
You're
supposed to be one of the
crossed and
scariest
everything.
horror games out there.
I'm just a fucking
I've seen plenty of people stream it, and so I figured why not
So,
add a
I
challenge
think
to
we
get
can
me
put
to stream
freezing
it.
temperatures down.
Should be interesting.
That would be a good idea, yeah.
Mom, you're getting a lot some F's in my chat.
You know what,
That's-
DJ's chat? F you.
Wow, wow.
Yeah. They're giving me the F, I'm gonna give them the F.
It's F's to show respect.
F's to show what?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
we gotta
F's
get
to
you.
show respect.
Yeah.
We gotta get you into meme culture, Mom.
I'm not a part of the meme culture. I thought they were making fun of me for
No,
dying.
no.
No.
F is
F's to pay respects.
it's from Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, right?
Oh, I don't play Call of Duty. That would explain it.
It's well, the meme is actually a lot more fucked up than that, but you know, the one that popularized it.
Okay, so I'm getting a picture of your body. Let's shut the door so we get a nice... There we go.
How dare you take pictures of me while I am dead?
So where have we gotten some evidence so far? Or
Downstairs, we've got freezing temperatures.
okay.
Probably need to set a camera up down here to see if we get...
I
anything
already
on the
got
wall.
one.
Alright, I'll set
what
a
are you
cam-
talking
Oh.
about?
Oh,
You got one.
I'll set up another one.
I got eyes on the dots.
Do, 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 do. I dropped the camera. My bad. Hopefully this is not expensive equipment.
No, it's like a $50 camera.
Yeah, totally not.
This is snarky.
I wonder if I can do this. No, I can't do this. That's rough.
Where are you?
Where are you?
See you when you get back.
Oh my god, something just ran through the dots. It looked like a lot like DJ.
Oh, I got excited.
Wait, am I dead?
Am I dead? And oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh, now that's gonna be stuck in my head.
Literally every day I play any game, me.
How old are
Cannot
you?
sleep. Throwbacks.
Are you here,
Doing
John?
a great job, DJ.
I'm
My
out.
sanity
I'm done.
is
I'm
zero.
out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. Nope. Yep. Nope. Nope.
What, did you get something?
He's behind me. He was behind me. You got
Chicken.
spirit box, by the way.
You got spirit box?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Spirit box. All right, I'm gonna go throw a crucifix downstairs.
following you down, Evans, with another book. So you can get some writing.
Where the heck are you guys?
We're coming down by your body.
Oh, okay, that's rude.
Well, because
that really scared me. We see dead people. Oh no.
Where did the other notebook that I placed go?
There's one here.
Well, that's the one I just put down. There was one down here, but it's gone. I don't know.
Yeah, when I used a spirit box in a basement, I asked where it was, and he said behind me. So definitely in the basement.
There's two right beside Mom, so I'm gonna put one in this corner over here.
Oh,
can you write in the notebook? Can you write in the notebook? Please write in the notebook.
Maybe he's a shy writer.
Whoa.
One of you are gonna die. Let's go.
Evans, you have no sanity. Also, Dogface.
Oh, I
Nice.
think I see. Can I see the ghost right now? I think I see the ghost.
Oh no!
Yep.
Oh,
You're
well, thank
dying
you so
right now.
much
Yep, I
for
see.
the raid,
Yep.
Heinrich, and for stopping by
Beautiful.
and saying hi. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your night.
Where'd you die at, dog?
Upstairs in the bathroom.
I don't know why I did that. I meant to go.
Can you write in the notebook?
Let's get one more shout out for Heinrich.
I don't think you're gonna make it out, Evans.
Again, I
I
hope
got
you have an
this.
amazing rest of your
There you
night,
go.
and thank you so
Can you
much
give
for
us a
hanging
sign?
out.
Kill Evans.
And
Give
with
it,
the
kill
raid.
Evans. Kill him. Kill him.
Who are we killing? Wait, what's going
You
on?
don't even know where you're going, Evans.
I have no clue. I don't know these
need some
maps. Oh,
bits.
here you are.
Yep.
Hi.
Thank you.
Do you have anything
DJ's
cool?
dying in a base.
No.
You need a UV light.
I'm out.
Oh no!
Oh.
I hear it breathing.
You're fucked, Evans. You better get outside. Or is it hunting?
What are we, so far we just are missing a picture of the ghost.
Oh, it's coming, Evans. Get a picture of it.
Papa Pepper? Yo!
Oh, I'm gonna get a
Pepper,
picture
I
of
hope
you.
you're having an
Get
amazing
over here,
night. I was
Ghost.
so
Quit
happy. I'm
running.
so happy that
Let's
you're
go
back on stream, my
downstairs,
dude.
you chicken shit ghost.
All right, I'll choose to live.
Get the
then.
biggest of shout outs for the legendary
I'm a
Papa
plant.
Pepper.
I am a potted plant.
Alright, I think I've calmed him down. I think I'm ready to come back into the house.
Are you?
No. But I'm taking Jesus with me. I'm grabbing the crucifix.
The crucifix.
The crucifix.
Crucifix.
The crucifix.
I think I've seen one of those on a website before.
A crucifix will cost you extra, just so you know.
All right, we are so.
Baz is going all right. I haven't
poor on
died yet,
evidence
shockingly.
right now.
We've got two evidences.
We don't know that we have freezing temps.
But we don't not know. Right?
I summoned
It's
Lee.
not very handy.
So
It's
what
not
are
very
we?
unhandy though, right?
Hey.
So
who's
far
piling
we
all
only
this
have
stuff up
spirit
at the
box
door?
and freezing temperatures.
We don't know that we have freezing temperatures.
We'll go down to 0.4.
Oh God.
when Mombod was looking.
I got a picture of the ghost.
Good job.
I'm leaving now. DJ, you got this, buddy. It's Jake from State Farm.
Yeah, you got a picture of that ghost. Good job, Evans.
He was just standing there looking at me.
So if it's fingerprints, it's a mimic. If we have freezing temps. If you're saying you don't think we have freezing temps.
We don't know that we have freezing temps.
Thicky says you got this, DJ.
If
Thank
it's
you,
a-
Thicky.
Somebody believes in you.
Oh, I hear it breathing. Oh no.
Oh, I get to. Oh,
I'm a
I
dog.
get to see it. Let's go.
It didn't even hunt.
Die, 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 die. Oh,
What
yes, it
was
did.
that?
No,
Oh,
he's
yes, it did.
he's hunting. I hear him.
Well, yeah, because I'm dead.
Let's go.
All right, DJ.
Hey. I have an
I
alliance.
had the camera on me, so
I have an alliance to form with you.
The what?
Come with me. Who is this?
this is
That's-
me.
Well,
Okay,
I'm
come
over
with me.
here.
Come with me. Whoever is dead, come with me.
Okay.
Okay? Now, they can't hear us, but pick up the things and put it back in the front door.
Oh yeah, that's you.
No, it was the ghost.
I
mean,
threw the
technically, it
crucifix
still
and
is
it
a
didn't
ghost.
work.
Oh no, DJ's dead.
DJ's dead
Fail.
too?
Oh, big sad.
You gotta place the crucifix.
See, Vicky, I told you had too much faith.
I made
crap, am I
$37.
Are my sound
I
alerts
made
not working?
$0.
I made 215.
Oh, okay,
It
hold
was
on.
a wraith? No, we didn't have freezing temperatures in.
Here, let's do.
Damn.
This voice thing is so dumb.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
I
irritating.
know.
They gotta fix that.
Oh, wraiths
Wow.
are like one of the most violent ones you can get next to demons.
I mean, that does make sense. I died within the first second.
All right,
I think
let's go.
maybe we.
What's up?
Where are we going? Where are we going, DJ? Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going?
I'm
Where are we going?
thinking-
Where are we going?
So I'm between farmhouse, or we can do the roadhouse.
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 Have any of you guys watched Parks and Rec?
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Okay.
Never
So
seen
every time I hear Roadhouse, all I can think of is them at the election party, and they're doing like Andy and April are doing the reenactment, and he goes, "And that's Roadhouse." I don't think I've ever laughed so hard in my entire life.
Added all
I'm
my
happy
stuff.
those are working. I just set all
It was
those
funny.
up today.
You could laugh.
I'm gonna have to
I'll
fix
allow
my
it.
sound alerts apparently.
Fuck you.
Oh gosh.
So rude. So rude.
All right, so do we need anything? I have no money to buy anything, so
I mean, we
Blue?
probably. Let me see what
I
I
got one.
you got one? What? Oh, are you playing?
I'm playing ring toss.
I do have $130, so if you guys need anything, I'm kind of balling over here.
Cocaine and cocaine.
I added some essential stuff in.
Oh my god, I
Yeah,
would
same
not
here.
want that to be a thing.
We should be good.
Good, I didn't want to spend my money.
Wait, we don't have smudge sticks.
Okay.
Who needs those anyway?
Buy some smudge sticks and a lighter if you can.
How
Why
many
can't we
smudge
take
sticks
this
do you want?
Got some
Just one.
chaotic people in chat today.
I'll get a smudge stick and a lighter too.
You can never.
See,
You
lighter.
always need a lighter. You always need a lighter.
Facts. Why won't it let me buy a smudge stick?
You probably have no money.
I have
don't know.
$130. Is
Oh.
a lighter that expensive?
A lighter?
Did you go to buy?
30.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to click on the smudge stick and buy, but I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah, lighter's $10. Damn, that's an expensive lighter.
Oh, but can you get a lighter at level 2?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
So
Wait,
I've got the lighter bot. There might be a thing where you haven't leveled up enough, so we can probably just go ahead and start this one and see where it gets us.
All right.
Oh, we got this. Feeling good about this one.
Mom, you unreadied up. Mom?
Did Mom Bod leave?
Mom EXE has stopped working.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no!
There we go. Reset
Uh-oh.
voice?
What does reset voice mean?
What do you mean reset
Oh, they
voice?
said an echo is happening again with somebody. So you'll need
Oh.
to do the 100 and then 0 again.
Okay, I can do that. But did we lose Mom?
No, Mom's here.
Okay.
We just can't hear Mom now.
Hear me.
Yeah,
Oh,
we can
there
hear
we
you.
go. Now I hear you.
Okay.
Alright, we are going for a John Garcia now.
Dope.
Not John Garcia.
Oh my God, you're echoing on my end. Okay, let me fix that.
I wish Phasmophobia would get better updates. Have a member of your team escape from a ghost hunt. Witness a ghost event. Cleanse the area with smudge sticks. Hey, good call on the smudge sticks.
Do you want a thermometer or not?
Yeah, just go with the thermometer.
Yeah,
it's
thermometer's-
an easy one to.
Okay, I picked up the spirit box too, the one where you can talk to it.
Okay.
Alright. And I'll grab...
On the Ouija board.
Damn,
no.
we're finding those really fast.
Where are you?
Oh, you're asking it already?
I'm
Where are
staying
you?
in the van.
Upstairs.
Staying outside.
I'm staying in the van.
'Cause as far as I know, the Ouija board now starts a hunt regardless of time.
It's upstairs, y'all.
Yep, it's hunting.
Holy cow! I haven't even made it in the house yet.
I know. Well, he used the Ouija board.
Oh, nice
this
job.
is a nice house. I bet you
What a
could
vibe.
probably go for about...
I'm gonna stay outside for a minute, bud.
We can't even get inside during the hunt anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, the lights stopped blinking in part, but nope, still.
It seems like a good time for me to not die.
This is a nice house, though. I like the yard, too.
DJ's over here watching his friends die and admiring the landscape.
I played a lot of House Flipper.
Oh, I just saw it.
Did you get a picture?
It went back here into the garage, I think. Oh, the Ouija board's right there.
Hey, y'all. How's it going?
Are you dead?
Oh, hey,
Oh,
who has a photo camera?
I do.
I found a
I do.
bone by the kitchen table.
Okay, coming. Right. Okay.
Yep.
Who took that picture? Evans?
Oh no, 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 no.
Can't
Did
catch
anyone
me.
turn on the... Power's not turned on.
Okay, so the
All
ghost
right,
is
so-
hanging out upstairs.
Is it? Because
Alright.
it went back here, but okay, I'll trust you on that.
It said upstairs whenever I did the Waluigi board.
The Waluigi? It's a me, Luigi.
I'm gonna turn on the power in the house because the power's out.
Do I know anything more?
Is it not in the
We know
basement?
there's a bathroom faucet going off somewhere.
Oh, my bad. No.
Alright, I took some sanity pills, so we should be out of danger of hunting.
House Flipper. I played a lot of House Flipper from now on when I'm playing games. Alright, power's turned on in the house now.
God damn it.
So now I'm always like looking at houses and everything, like
Can you write in the notebook?
judging the decoration. Like
Can you give us a sign?
I'm
We
not a
got
big
an
fan of the
EMF
countertop
5.
now. I would have gone with different marble on the
Alright, I
countertop.
still have pretty warm temps.
Yeah, come up here to this back bathroom and see what the temperatures are in here.
Okay.
Welcome
Oh,
back,
0.9.
mates.
Okay.
So, it do be cold. Negative 0.7.
Oh,
Okay,
we
so
have
freezing temperatures
freezing
and
temperatures
an EMF
then.
5. So,
So we did get 5 and cold temperatures.
yep.
Alright, I'm gonna go get something else. Oh, I need to go get my camera.
The only like weird person that finds it weird, like oddly satisfying to see what other people have in their house and like how they decorate it. I'm serious. Like,
Why do you think
can't
I'm
tell
always
me-
why do you think I'm always judging exterior decorations in houses and everything?
well, like I'm that person that like if you have your windows open at night and I drive by, I'm gonna like see what the inside of your house looks like. I'm just telling
No,
you.
you see the pool
I know that
in your
sounds weird,
backyard?
but I can't help it.
The pool in the backyard, though.
Do you just say there's poo in the
A
backyard?
pool,
Okay.
a swimming pool.
All I heard was the poo in the backyard, though.
So it's not going to be ghost orbs. That's one thing we can mark off.
Okay.
So we don't have ghost orbs, okay.
No.
Somebody want to
ghost-
grab a dot?
I got a dots. I just got to find my way back up there.
So did we actually have like a specific room it's staying at?
It was the bathroom back there.
Okay.
Yeah, I can take a look to see if it's still really cold over there.
Because for all we know, this could be a wandering one. I'm grabbing
Where
Jesus.
the crap am I at? Why is this house so
I should
complicated?
have worded that differently, but you know what?
In the south. You definitely do. Okay, so I'm not just a creep. Perfect. I love to see
Ooh,
it.
oh no. What are we banning?
It could be possible that
What are we
y'all are
banning?
both creeps. Just
Man,
saying.
that's true.
No, if Scarlet says it's normal, okay.
No,
DJ, you've
running.
had running
Vibey.
band.
I see that.
Yeah, we still got a negative 7.9 in this bathroom, so.
Alright, I grabbed the spirit box.
What else did I bring? Okay. I don't have anything else other than that. And I've got the thing that shows, fingerprints.
Ooh, yeah, we need that.
Oh, the sink just turned on?
Gen Shade Oni twins.
Did someone throw a basketball?
I didn't throw it.
Mm.
I didn't notice it, though.
Yeah, there was a basketball in this hallway
Okay.
over here.
So
Yeah.
I've got
Hold on.
smudge
Let me-
sticks.
Let me go in alone and do the spirit box.
Okay. I'll just check out the rest of this
Journal.
house, don't mind me. The game has changed a bit since you saw it. What is the green stribble? I think, to be honest, I've only played this like twice. This is
That's
my
a
second
dots
time.
projector, and the ghost will run through those dots if it's the evidence. But
Yeah, you can catch
Okay,
it on
so-
camera or on. I think someone said you can
How
see
old
it
are
in
you?
person.
oh,
Ooh,
that was quick. We got a
that
spirit
was
box.
fun.
We win.
Okay, so
Everybody-
I'm gonna get a smudge protector on the thing on this ghost.
What?
Am I actually not gonna die this time?
Yeah, come out to the van.
Bobbies?
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm smudging.
How do you run,
No
by the
matter
way?
how many
know
times
you
I
can
hear
run
that
in this
spirit
game.
box, it's
Shift?
so
Okay,
creepy.
cool.
It creeps me out.
But you like can only run for a certain period of time and then you get tired.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, I got you.
The twins. We got the twins. The twins have been reported to mimic each other's actions. They alternate their attacks to confuse their prey.
Hey, I escaped during a hunt. Why didn't it give us that objective?
Either twin can be angered and initiate on attack. The twins will often interact with the environment at the same time.
Alright, let's see. Evidence. So we got the spirit box, the temps, and then what else do we have?
It's really creepy.
EMF 5.
EMF 5.
EMF 5.
When the EMF
Okay.
5 went off, was it during the hunt or was it just normal?
It was
Normal.
just normal.
Okay, it's okay. Because
Okay.
Show yourself, spirit. Come get some of this booty.
oh my god. I mean, which twin do you want? I mean,
I'm bootylicious in the bathroom, y'all. Twerking for the camera.
Oh, so we're twerking now.
That's
okay.
right.
twerking
Go
in the
on.
bathroom.
In the bathroom, let's go.
Where's
How
my
do you
sanity?
teabag in this? I knew. Oh crap!
One
Just
should have
over and
ate
over
the
again.
other.
Where's
Oh
my
my
sanity on
God.
this right now?
What movie was
know, but
that?
I'm in-
Where there was an
Your
actual plot
sanity
point in
is
the movie?
54, so you're still good.
Come on, spirit. Show
Holy
your damn
Spirit,
stuff.
activate.
I swear that was a plot point in a
Go.
horror film.
Let's go. I want you to come and bite my ass.
Sing the song to it. Holy Spirit.
I can't
activate.
take you guys anywhere.
Spirit, descend
We are
upon
not
us
children.
tonight. Oh, spirit, descend.
I'm gonna start speaking in tongues if you keep going.
Shambalaboseka, halamokai.
I feel like I'm gonna go back into this house just to die.
Come on, ghost. Do something. What's the ghost's name?
Well, it's so nice to not deal with
John
that.
Garcia.
Yes.
John
Um,
Garcia. You're a fucking muckfucker. You shrimp biscuit muckfucker.
John Garcia. Eat DFG. Don't
John
get
Garcia has a tiny prick, a tiny prick.
us. I'm gonna go hide in the closet.
John Garcia has
As
got
you
no
should.
dick. John Garcia's got no dick, yeah.
What? Is that the name of the ghost?
John Garcia, come
Maddie,
on and
that's
get
a
me.
medical condition.
John
That's kind of
Garcia,
rude.
come on and get me. Come on and get me. Come
No.
on. It's okay, Evans. I'm not talking about, the thing we talked about before. Come on, John
Whoa.
Garcia.
Oh, God. Don't want to know.
Still hurts my feelings.
I'm starting
You
to
know
learn.
how with belly buttons, some people are innies and some people are outies? It works
If
out
you're
way
not
with
an
other
indie, then
things,
you're
too.
outie.
John Garcia,
geez,
can
I
you
tried-
please?
Oh my god, no.
I switched the camera
No, why did I
over
go
in the
back in the house?
bathroom, and
Why
it was
did I go
right in
back in the
someone's
house?
crotch.
Okay. I just used the stick and I'm getting up. No!
You're dying?
Well, I used the smudge stick.
Did you die?
I did die.
I can't
So-
get the door open. Why can't I go? Oh, there we go.
I'll need
I
you to-
opened the door.
I'm
I'm
laying
leaving.
on the
Goodbye.
stairs if you want to take a picture of me, please.
Take a
Uh,
picture,
totally
put it up
will.
on his Instagram, and
Oh. At the Dogface Gamer.
Yes, F's
Follow
in the
me.
chat. How did I not get the... Oh, I did get
Or
the
went
smudge
out
stick.
for
yeah, you
the
did
homie.
get smudge stick, but
All right,
somehow
let's
we
leave.
still have not witnessed a ghost event.
Alright, so let's see.
I'm pretty sure I witnessed a ghost event whenever it ate Maddie right in front of me.
Yeah.
Apparently, that you're not traumatized enough to witness the ghost
All right,
event.
everybody got everything entered?
Okay, one
Yes.
quick question. So we've got the EMF, freezing temps, spirit box, and what else?
That was it.
That's it.
Okay.
The
Oh.
twin.
Yep.
Okay. Duh.
So
never mind.
we have the twins.
All right.
It is
Let's
the
roll.
twins.
Mrs. Snarky, maybe don't call it the ghost stickless.
Yeah, that was rude. Okay. Yeah.
I got $100. Let's go.
I only got $100, really.
I got 68.
Went away from being nice.
Total time in ghost room was 25 seconds.
How do you check all that stuff?
Oh, it shows when you're going through the statistics at the end.
We
Oh.
did not see any ghost events. We only had 2 ghost hunts.
Yeah, I'm thinking the ghost event things are broken.
Yeah.
Because it used to be super easy to catch ghost events. Like if something fell off the wall, that was a ghost event. But now it doesn't seem like those pop up at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too, because I feel like they made a lot of the evidence like more difficult to get.
Some Phasmo.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, now I'm gonna do one of the farmhouses. The farmhouses are my favorite levels.
All right, I got my stuff added. Yeah. Let's get it.
Oh, that does fix it. Every time you go up from the front screen, things just starts fucking up.
All right. I'm readied up. Mom's level 3 now.
Yo,
Let's go.
me and Dogface are now the highest levels.
Evans, are you meaning to just keep walking forward?
I don't mean to. No, I'm just sitting here at the menu.
Oh.
My guy's trying to get away with you for your. Terrible comment.
How is everyone's night going so far? I hope you're all enjoying yourselves.
All right, where are we going now?
We're going to a spooky
Farmhouse.
farmhouse.
Let's go.
And the farmhouse is my favorite level.
I think I got the most amount of money that I've gotten
You guys are having
this
a
entire
great
time
night.
I've played.
Just cold. It
Mom's
is
out here
getting
getting
really
good.
cold. I think we hit like
Mom's out here
5
rocking in the
degrees
dough.
here.
All right,
I
so
take
what do we
back
have to
everything
do?
I said a
Cracked
couple
at
weeks
this
ago
game,
about the
so-
lack
Oh,
of
Point out that
cold
this
weather.
week, Mombod has played
We should
DBD,
try Asylum.
Resident
I've not
Evil,
tried
and
Asylum
now
since they
Phasmo.
updated it.
She
Oh
is
my god.
I've not tried it since they
seriously
updated it.
a variety streamer now.
But I have to stop being a variety streamer, or then my skit doesn't make sense, and then it's not funny
No,
anymore.
no, you're a part-time variety streamer now. A part-time.
Oh,
You
okay.
did stream Resident Evil one day.
Full-time trash can.
Which,
That's what I'll change it to. I'm a part-time variety streamer, part-time DVD streamer, full-time trash can. Alright, so we have to
Sanatorium
have a
on the
member
top
of the
is Mr.
team
Bubbles.
witness a ghost event, cleanse
That's a
the
good
area
song.
near the
Sanatorium,
ghost using
it's a
smudge sticks
great song.
and a photo of the ghost. The ghost is Thomas Miller. Only respond to people who are alone.
All right, who's
You
going
should
in?
be able to use the name to anger it.
Well, we can all go in as long as we're not in the same room.
I know.
Yeah. Duh, DJ, is this your first day here?
I mean,
Hello, I'm new here.
I hate the farmhouse. It's so creepy.
I love the
It's so
farmhouse.
creepy. Alright, let's get this. I'll just keep doing the same stuff that I have been doing, I guess.
Ain't that a load of shit?
Okay.
Damn straight.
Being a
Well,
piece
it's-
of garbage.
Damn
Hi,
what?
Sticky! I love you!
Ever. So Evans, when are you
Vicky!
gonna get? When are you gonna get the Tunnel Me Daddy tramp stamp?
Tunnel me, daddy, what?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What? I feel like I
I'll
just
get it.
missed a whole conversation.
I think I missed something too.
Well,
I'm
we
not-
had discussed it during Mombod's
Oh, yeah.
fundraising stream that you would get a Tunnel Me Daddy tramp stamp.
I don't think we
Let's
reached
go.
that goal.
No, but we did
Oh.
hit the karaoke stream goal.
Yes.
So I have decided that I am going to do all of the redemptions during my 12-hour stream. So during my
Oh.
12-hour stream, you guys will get to see me play Fortnite, do a karaoke stream with me. We will be doing a paint and sip. I'm trying to think of what else there was. A trash can cosplay.
Yeah, yep.
Scarlett, you scared the shit out of me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So it'll be a lot of fun because I'll hate my life for at least part of it.
Did anyone find the power generator so we can turn on
I
power?
already turned it on.
Oh, you did? Cool.
Yeah, it's on. Like Donkey Kong.
Survive with friends, Sticky. We need to play Phasmo soon, please.
Yo, why?
And
yeah.
DVD.
Where is Thicky? Come on.
Oh, it's so nice in here. That nice cool breeze. I can't see anything in here.
You have your flashlight on?
Yeah, it's very like misty. I feel.
Oh, found it.
Yeah, that is.
Don't
an
tell me with a
effect.
good time, DJ. Oh, Nikki,
Yo,
Getting
no,
spicy?
no, Thicky, my dude. Where are you?
my dude.
I'm
Right,
still a
so
piece of
let me.
garbage.
I'm still a piece of garbage.
Mombot is so relatable. Someone said in my chat.
I aim to be the fanciest trash can you've ever seen in your life. Vicky really wants to play. I'm gonna have to like when you guys are all done
No,
for the
no,
night. I'm gonna have to stay on for
Sanatorium
one
is
extra
such
game
a
so I can
good
play with
song.
DJ. Or DJ, so I can play with Vicky.
I'm here.
I'm here too, bud. Yeah, there's flies on this trap. That's just disgusting. Now you're good. I'm just talking shit, as you should be. You should always talk shit.
I was gonna
That
say,
is my native language.
I've seen some pretty fancy trash cans in my time.
But I'm the fanciest, right?
Yes.
Maybe.
You're the fanciest
Oh,
trash
top-
can
oh.
I've
Top,
ever seen.
top 5, probably, you know.
Rude.
This
You
is
don't
now,
disrespect the mom bod like
this is
that.
now going on top 10 anime betrayals.
I
Ooh.
found tarot cards.
Oh.
That's how we became friends. Yes, I was a trash can, and you're like, "Hey, I like that trash can," and thus a friendship was born. All right, so I've got like 3 in here, which isn't like super great, but it's still cold.
Where are you at?
Yeah, where are you?
I'm in the back bathroom. Where
Upstairs,
are you? Here.
downstairs, or
Downstairs.
Up? Okay.
I haven't even made it upstairs. I can't find my way through this place. Are you kidding me?
This is a huge house.
Well, I've seen like maybe an 1/8 of it. All right, so I'm gonna keep going. Otherwares, and
Oh, yeah, there we
outerwears and underwears.
Are you doing the tarot cards?
Thicky top 10 anime
Yes.
betrayals.
House, guys. Can someone give me a tour quick? Oh,
Oh,
no,
shit.
no, not the tour I wanted. Not the tour I wanted, bud. Not the tour I wanted.
So,
Not the tour I asked for.
so for those that don't know,
I like to say I'm a
Using-
variety streamer.
using the tarot cards lowers our sanity
I'm
a
actually going
bunch.
to be right back quick.
Especially the one that uses them. So I was at 0%, you were all at 50. Now I'm back up to around where you all are. Let's go. Let's kick
Let's
some
fucking
ass.
go. Alright, seriously though, I don't know how to like get upstairs or anything. Oh, I think I found a new spot of the house, maybe?
Is
Oh, okay. I think, no, that's not the stairs. That is not a thing of stairs, but I did find a new part.
No,
It's really
give me a
warm.
DJ had something in his eye. It was bothering
This
me.
is your sign.
this is
Oh,
my
hi.
son.
All right, so what
Yeah.
did the tarot cards tell you?
Nothing.
Nothing?
All that for nothing.
Pretty much.
You'll love to see it.
Did anyone even die?
No.
Nope, I hit.
Okay, so I had a 3 right in this doorway.
Yeah,
Whoa,
it's I think this
Diana's on?
bathroom's it. Oh,
Where?
it just touched the door.
So
Oh, do we
Back
got
bathroom.
fingerprints?
I don't
Back
have the
here.
thing to check. But it's like 5 in here now. 4.8, 6.3.
Oh, yeah, we got fingerprints. Yep.
Wait, let me see. Is it
Oh, we
is it
do.
that
Let me
right
get a
there?
picture of him.
Okay.
No, thinking my eye got really dry and I had something in my eye.
All right,
Okay.
I needed to throw
fingerprints.
water in it.
fingerprints.
Go get shots.
Alright.
Senpai.
I'm really not getting. Oh, no.
Yeah, it's hunting. I see it. I saw it. I done saw it.
Save
We got
me.
Santa Claus again.
Oh,
nice.
it's Santa Claus again? Let's go. So this. Safe to say I won't be live tomorrow. Yes, I will be out for New Year's, so I will not be streaming tomorrow. Big sad.
It's oh man. I imagine Flash poops and Flash just
So
runs
DJ
in the
did a
bathroom, comes
Flash
back
poop?
out. Is he still hunting?
DJ, you're able to flash poop, like super fast poop, like you just shoot it out of your ass. Is that what I'm gathering?
No,
Yeah, he's still hunting.
that's like the I gotta go to the bathroom right now, or I won't make it type of poop.
Yeah, it's just
Okay, it's not hunting anymore.
Just run into the bathroom, then come out 5 seconds
Cute, I
later.
hope
Well,
you
that
do
was
too,
fun.
Scarlett.
Okay, so it's back here. I'm bringing the thermometer to see if we get anything that way.
And we do, in fact, have Santa Claus again.
Oh,
Can you
we're
write in the
going down.
notebook?
Can you lower the temperature a little bit more?
Yeah, a little bit
Oh,
high.
hey
Here,
guys,
lower
we
it
got
down.
witness a ghost event.
Oh, nice.
Can you write in the notebook?
Wait.
All right,
might
I'm
have
going
the spirit box.
upstairs. I
DJ
finally
is
found
the-
the upstairs.
I am not the Flash. No, I am
Oh,
not
I
the
heard
Flash.
laughter. I heard laughing.
Alright, it's really warm upstairs, so I don't think it's up here.
No, it's back in that back bathroom or in that hallway, I think.
If I was
Okay,
the
but
Flash,
it
trust me,
would
you
still-
guys will all know if I was the Flash.
Sorry,
It'll-
go ahead.
You
it'll-
guys will
it'll
all
still
know
eat you, though.
before me.
Yeah, so that's technically not freezing temps though, correct? Even though it
No.
got colder?
No, it's
No.
got to get down below 0.
Can you give me a sign?
DJ, I am not the Flash, guys. I am not the Flash.
Flash pooper.
That's the worst of the Marvel superheroes.
Get out of here.
Flash pooper.
How
So-
old are you?
So what is
Alright.
your superpower? I poop
gotta
faster
remember-
than anyone else here.
How old are you?
That's a pretty good superpower. Not gonna lie.
Where are you?
Imagine going to the bathroom in a public bathroom and people not knowing that you pooped.
That,
How old are you?
that would be amazing.
Right? I'm not safe here, bud. I'm going upstairs.
Would anyone like to take a
someone's
picture
dying
of a
right
dead body?
I don't have a camera.
I have a camera.
Are you dead, DJ?
Yeah, I died in the bathroom.
Oh, that was you in there with me?
Oh, that's.
I
Oh,
pooped-
Who
guess-
literally killed you?
Yeah.
I pooped too fast and I died.
I mean,
Flash pooper.
so technically, that is literally something that can happen. You know, the vagus nerve. If you put too much force into that, you hold it.
Oh god, I'm
Oh
dead
God!
No, Ghosty, don't do this to me. I
Oh,
can
he
be
left
your
the
friend.
bathroom. He left the
No,
bathroom.
Santa! That was a good boy.
You were on the naughty list.
Oh no, not the naughty list, bud.
Santa ain't giving out coal this year. Instead,
Alright,
he's
so-
giving out
He's
jokes.
giving out
Let's see.
dongs.
So we got fingerprints, no freezing temps.
I know the way.
Dude, we got the spirit box this round, right?
No.
No,
No, we haven't.
just
That must have
fingerprints.
been last one. Alright, we gotta put some work in or we're not gonna get paid.
I'm leaving. Screw y'all.
Oh, okay. Well then.
I don't like Santa.
Santa's a mean ghost.
He's scary.
Oh, okay, let's see what we got here.
Have you
Not
ever
seen
heard
any
the
ghosty
tragic
awards.
tale
We have to
of
do the
Earth
smudge
Vegas
sticks.
the Wise?
No, we're not doing the smudge sticks.
Oh, okay.
Fuck that. I don't want to die.
So
I'm too
what?
young.
But Santa has a gift for you.
We've only gotten one objective. Let's see. Capture a photo of the ghost.
Good luck. Do you have a camera? Here.
You're like, fuck this shit. I'm taking a picture. I got this. I'll carry the team. Don't mind.
I don't like dying.
It's the gift that keeps on giving, though.
Here, we can. Oh God. Am I seriously fixing to do this? Hold on.
Yep.
Uh.
Get a smudge stick. Let's go.
Smudge it. Smudge it good.
If I can get the crucifix down in the bathroom, we'll stop him from hunting, because that's where he spawns at.
Let's do that then. That's a good plan. We got
Yeah,
this.
he literally starts his hunt in the bathroom and then he leaves.
I need you to lead with a flashlight, because I don't have one.
What a shitty
Sure.
ghost starting out in the
Oh
bathroom.
God.
How do I take a picture, by the way?
You're gonna die. You're all
It's a
gonna
right
die.
click, by the way. Right click.
Thank you.
Oop, I see him. He's coming towards you.
Oh, yep.
He's going towards Evans.
All right,
Evans
just
is
take
dead.
take a picture of my body and get out of there, Mom.
I think I ran out of film.
Oh no.
I didn't know I could run out of film. This is not it.
He's
where's the door?
about
Okay.
30 feet
Get
back.
out of here.
He gets down
Oh,
on
that's
his
not the
knees and
outside.
breaks
No,
into
no,
a
no.
sprint.
That's not the outside door. Oh, over here.
You're
Over
looking
here.
for your car, but you're all turned around. He's almost behind now, and you can see there's blood on his face. My God, there's blood
Did we check the
everywhere.
writing? Hold on. Let me go back and see. Put a note.
Oh, I didn't get a picture. Oh,
I love this song so much.
oh, we're in for next week.
Oh, we got writing.
Okay, cool.
Hey, I was noticing
it's
that
dark.
playing
Or did we have
games.
freezing temps?
We didn't.
We did not have freezing.
So what did we have?
It wasn't Ghost or
It's the
Dot.
remix.
Well, if we
It
have,
wasn't EMF.
A small
Fingerprints and ghost writing so far.
so it would be
move
either
stealthily
sleep
toward,
or
but your leg, it's caught in
if
the
it's
air
spirit box, it's poltergeist.
I didn't get it on the spirit box. Remember I did it, so I'm gonna guess.
It's almost the whole song. That's why I have it so expensive. Because it plays the long part of the song.
Get anything lower than a 5.
Then spirit box.
You limped into the dark woods. Blood.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. So, poltergeist or
But you won.
Miley?
You have beaten
Miley?
Should be a poltergeist or demon.
Yeah,
Alright,
we had
so I'm gonna go with a poltergeist.
We had fingerprints, ghostwriting, and spirit
Merc,
box.
my dude, how are you?
Alright.
Well, we don't know if we had spirit box, but
I don't know why that was so loud,
Alright.
too. Alright, so what are we missing so far?
We have confirmed ghostwriting and fingerprints.
Alright, so we're just missing one. We're torn between 3. At the moment, I want to say it's Myling because demons are
Well-
more frequent in their hunts.
where are you guys getting to where it could be a myling? Because
I
I'll go
didn't see it on the
box, don't
dot
mind me.
or spirit box. So
Oh, is Myling a spirit box?
I think Myling's a dot.
yeah, myling is a dot, spirit box is poltergeist, freezing temperatures would be demon.
I looked at the
Oh shit, you're right.
the dots projector for a while and didn't see it.
Maybe it's a demon then, but we haven't had freezing temperatures yet.
Okay, I'm going in with the spirit box.
No.
Stay out here.
And
We
Poltergeist
all die
is a
if you
spirit
die.
Yeah,
box.
we're just gonna go. So just hit the button to.
Yeah, just come back and hit the button.
All right,
I'm guessing poltergeist.
please, Black Sabbath.
At the front. Of
Oh, so
the,
silent,
the
my dude. I
back
hope
of
you're
the
having an
truck,
amazing
there's a
day.
keypad
Mark,
you have
I
to
hope
push.
you're having an amazing day as well.
Can I press
I'm so
kind
happy
of
to
go?
see
Oh,
everyone.
okay, I did.
Yeah,
There's a button
key-
you have to push.
Yep.
keypad back here.
Yep. So this keypad.
In the
Back left.
back of the bus. No, like back the.
Oh, over here
not-
by the door.
Where the ramp's at.
Yeah, this
Yep.
the back.
I'm
of
thinking
the
the
bus
back.
here.
I'm thinking like the back.
So it's
Oh,
Yep.
okay, gotcha.
Yep.
All right, let's go. Oh, am I the only one that's alive?
Yep.
Yes.
yes.
You're the only one who survived this run
Suck on that.
with
Let's
1%
go.
sanity.
All right.
Oh, it was a miling.
Oh my God!
Did I not say it? Did I not call it?
It
DJ
did
was
not
right.
run through the dots, and I looked at it for a while. I hate dots.
I hate it here.
I said miling.
That was my bad.
Good job, Evans.
All right,
Really
Maybe
good
we'll
guys.
job.
do the
from you.
DJ next time.
All right, guys. So, do we want to try one of the bigger maps, or should we go back to one of the smaller houses?
Well, we're doing so well.
We really are.
I'd say we can take on the school.
Oh.
Oh, I've been to the school before.
All right, school then.
Let's go.
I went here with my friend on Tuesday, and she freaking abandoned me.
As she should.
All right. Gonna grab me a candle.
Who's that laughing in the background?
That sounded like
That is
Mrs.
Mrs.
Snarky.
Snarky.
That's Snarky.
Yep, that was Mrs.
Yep,
Snarky.
Hi, beautiful.
Oh, let me take care of the echo.
We're not worthy.
There we go. Echo should be gone. Phasmophobia
Never
had some
worthy of Snarky,
kinks
let's be
it still
real.
needs to work out.
I'm gonna start the cult of Snarky.
I am
Let's go.
definitely not worthy of Snarky, but
That is absolutely a fact.
somehow,
Yeah, I
Welcome
feel the
to
same.
Arkham
It's
Asylum.
okay,
somehow
just
she
roll with
plays
it.
with my
I hope
nibbly
Joker's not
bits.
running into my house today.
Oh no, but no.
That's
Not the nibbly bit.
Oh
Well,
my
great
God.
stream, everyone.
Time to end your streaming career now.
Wait, I have a streaming career? What?
This is the first time I ever heard of this. I'm not
You're
lying.
the
What do you
world
mean?
famous DJS.
You're in every stream that I go in, DJ.
I do
If I
be
show
everywhere.
up somewhere,
I do be everywhere. Hey, I like to support. I love to support.
So, I mean, as far as like outside of like our little community that we've got of all of us, it like blows my mind when I see other people that I know on Twitch and other people's chat. I'm like, oh my God, you know them? And I'm like, wait, this is literally just like a platform for you to find other people that play games you play. It makes total sense.
Alright.
Yeah,
I don't get a
totally.
flashlight? This is rude.
Yeah, there's
Yep.
3 flashlights right there.
Where? Oh, I didn't realize those were flashlights.
So-
I
Yeah,
thought
those
those
are
were the
The
things.
small black ones are the strong flashlights, where the bigger ones are the weak ones.
Oh, well, that explains why I couldn't see
oh, we don't have a
anything.
thermometer.
Wait, I thought
Oh.
I checked that we had one. Well, we had to look out for
No.
our breaths then. So everyone start breathing on each other really heavy.
Okay. Hey, what does this one thing do next to the spirit box?
Oh,
The book? That's
Mom,
the writing
Mom.
books.
No, to the left.
EMF.
Okay, should I take that?
You can, yeah.
So,
Okay.
Mom,
Just turn it on and wander around.
What's up?
Mrs. Snarky loves you.
I love you, Mrs. Snarky.
Oh my God! Look at all the spirit orbs outside.
Yeah, I don't think they count.
So, we're looking for a Nancy Thomas. The ghost seems to only respond to people who are alone, and you should be able to use its name to anger it to get some paranormal activity.
I hate
What's the
this
name again?
school.
Nancy Thomas.
Nancy Wheeler? Okay, Nancy Wheeler, are you here? I knew you were the real killer. Killed my hopes of ever you being with Steve. I haven't seen the end of season 3, so if it gives anything, don't say it.
Wait, what show?
Nothing. Never mind.
I don't watch
Stranger
much TV.
Things. It's
I
a great
said
show.
nothing.
Oh, I have
my
never
god, I
seen-
am obsessed. DJ, you need to watch it.
I never seen
Literally
that show.
tonight when you get off stream.
I don't have Netflix right now.
That's a problem.
Wow. The one remaining person on Earth that doesn't have Netflix.
I wasn't using it for months, so I got rid of it. So I would stop getting charged.
I mean, I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
That's smart.
At least you're unlike me, where I'll just let it continue even though I don't use it,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
wonder why I'm fucking broke.
I just like to support Netflix because, you know, small companies like that.
Oh
they-
yeah,
They need our help.
they need all the love
I
and
do.
support.
I do need to re-get my Netflix because Cobra Kai's new season's coming out, and the
Okay,
new.
so there you go.
I have yet to see season 2 of Witcher, and I need to see that. I need
Oh,
something.
Brian
Brian
haven't
keeps
seen
talking
either of them.
about Witcher.
I need something of more Henry Cavill shirtless scenes in my life. No.
Yep, let's go.
I mean, I would.
What? What? You would what?
I was about to say, is there more to that? Is that more to that sentence?
Oh, phone ringing.
Oh, where?
Nope.
In the school.
It's in one of the rooms.
First floor, second floor?
I think first floor, but I don't know.
Okay.
Where am I at? The school
I was gonna
is
say,
so
you
big.
think we actually know where
Witcher
we are?
season 1. Witcher
God,
season
it's
1
so
was
big.
really good.
That's what she didn't say.
Go
Oh.
in knowing that it's from
Have
the
you been talking to
books.
my wife again?
It's from the books and not
Stop
from the
it.
video games.
Cursed.
Because that's why the first season jumps around a lot, because the first book was like
Found the
short
tower.
stories.
Why is there so many
So-
classrooms?
Tower's on.
Yeah, on the EFG thingy.
So far, I'm not hearing a phone, so maybe it was just a one-time thing.
Anything
probably
to
the
offer
one in the
other than
gym.
this. So, can they hear us without us having a spirit box or not?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay, so what's the name again? Nancy.
Nancy Thomas. You can.
Nancy Thomas. Hello. Come hunt me, bestie.
Senpai. Oh well, I
Let's
appreciate
go
you
get our
stopping
nails
by,
done
Senpai,
together. We
and
can talk
I
about how
greatly
you
appreciate
died.
it. I hope you have an amazing rest of your night, and that you get plenty of rest.
Unless you're close aunt.
And if I don't see
Smoker
you tomorrow
Gabe,
or
number
anything, I hope you have an
33.
amazing New Year's.
I bet he's cracked.
Could you give us a sign?
You know who deserves a shout out?
Good night,
Senpai.
senpai.
Where
Senpai
are
Blue
you?
Rose.
I found the
If you
caution
guys
wet
haven't
floor
checked
sign.
her out,
Well, that's
That's
give her a
lovely. Make
follow.
sure you don't slip.
yeah. Stay safe, Evans.
Life of Mambad.
Safety is my middle name. I conduct a
Nancy,
meeting every morning.
Where are you?
Evans Safety Murphy.
Yep.
How old are you?
Feel like I heard something. Hello?
Where are you?
Nancy, are you here?
I feel like, Evans, you could totally go with
Are you
Dadbot
here?
Squad.
I feel like that's like some copyright infringement or something.
Hold
Even
on.
though I do rock a dad bod.
Nancy, were you ever
Brian's
put
already
inside
got
of a
dad bod,
locker
sorry.
before?
See,
Ah,
there
see?
you go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What's
I
your
like-
favorite food?
I like my name. It's very creative.
It's not.
Dad
Do you
bod,
like
Mercy.
Taco Bell, Nancy?
It's not creative, Evans.
It is very creative.
Have you ever had a
creative.
chalupa?
How many people mess it up?
Can't pronounce it.
You know, I'm
Not
asking
pronounced that
Nancy in the
correct.
spirit box if she likes Taco Bell, and I'm not getting any replies.
Wow.
Ghosta doesn't like Taco Bell. We
Let's
can't be
murder
friends. We're
this
not
guy.
getting our nails done now.
Don't you eat all the banana chips, Mrs. Snarky?
Nancy, where are you?
You let
I'm
Snarky.
so sorry. You died now. Come out tonight. She doesn't like my
Nancy,
singing
how do you
either.
feel about gym class?
Nancy, do you have a minute to talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
At this point,
Wait, who doesn't like Taco Bell? I literally had Taco Bell the second I left work.
it was
after
at
I
this
ran
point
errands,
that
I
we
went to
knew
get
that
Taco
Nancy
Bell.
had a hatred for Jehovah's Witnesses because that's how she died.
Yep.
Hey Nancy, you want to meet me in the bathroom?
I'm literally so low. A DJ trying to hook up with a ghost? Excuse you? Dirty
Wait,
dog.
did I just?
Did somebody die?
I just found the mirror.
Yo,
mirror?
I've
do
never
you
seen the
mean?
mirror before.
Where you
So-
at?
Go to the gymnasium.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Because
where
they're
I am.
absolutely right. It's
Jim's in the middle.
Merc.
I don't know
Merc, my
where
friend.
I am.
What the hell?
You're on Twitch.
Yep.
No. Maybe.
Wait, you're not on Twitch?
Wait, are we not on Twitch? I mean,
Who have I been following then?
I have never streamed in my life. I don't know what you're
Hey,
talking
turn around.
about.
Mom bod.
that's some sort of.
Actually, right here.
Okay, it's in a room with like a shower head looking thing
I
and
said
some
it. I'm
shelves.
not apologizing.
I
Merc.
see a school with a light and some grass.
Where on
Hey, y'all come
Twitch?
back over here.
It's hunting.
Oh no.
Wait, it's hunting? What?
Yeah.
Did I walk right
I
past
think
the
I'm
mirror?
gonna die. I'm dying. Alright,
You're
here's where I die. I'm gonna die. There's no
Oh,
way
there
I
it is.
don't.
There's plenty of lockers to hide in. I mean,
Oh, I died.
oh no.
Big sad.
It must
That
not.
sucks.
Must be on the first floor because I'm on the second floor and I'm not seeing anything.
Did you
Yeah, I
break
was
the
on the
mirror?
first floor.
I maybe did, yeah.
That's why it hunted.
What does the mirror do?
It shows the location of the ghost.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Okay, it's gonna be back this way.
so it must be on the first floor then. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'm thinking it's this. The shower's back here. There are no showers back here. Never mind.
Wait,
Never mind, I
showers.
lied.
Wait, what?
You liar.
Imagine dog face lying.
Ugh,
I
Could never be me.
I would never lie.
Where would the showers be? I don't think I've ever found the showers before.
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
This
wait.
is the room. This is the room right here.
I'm hearing phones.
Right here. This is it, because it was this back. It looked like
Oh,
a shower,
freezing temps.
but it wasn't. Okay.
Oh. We got freezing temps then.
Yep.
Are you here? Where are you?
Gonna die. Who's gonna die? When are you gonna die? You better hide. Oh, it's on the floor. It's on the floor. It's
Oh,
crawling.
god damn it.
It's crawling.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
I got the camera placed at least.
You're dead, Evans.
No
Look at what the heck?
I had the
oh,
camera
no,
on.
I need to answer this phone.
Are two people dead?
Yeah.
Oh.
Me and you, Mom Bod.
Nancy, why did you kill
But
Evans?
why am I? No, there's two guys dead. I'm a girl. I'm serious. You not see this?
Where are you, Nancy?
I'm alive.
Oh, it looks
How
like you were
old are
dead.
you?
I just assumed.
Where's Mom, Bod?
Your butt in my face.
I'm not getting anything on the spirit box at the moment.
You took my ball from me. Don't be rude, bud.
No ball
Don't
for
be
you.
rude. Get over here with my ball.
No.
Don't touch my ball.
Wait, what?
You
what-
cannot
wait,
have your
what-
ball.
What is going
No,
on right now?
No, don't touch
It's
me
hunting.
there. Yeet.
Stay safe, DJ.
The ball
think I
rolls
hear
forever.
Is this me? Is this where I died? No, someone else died. Yes, it is me. Yep, has tits. Confirmed me.
it ever gonna stop hunting?
See you when you get back.
Thank you for the lurk on Mace. I appreciate it.
The most evil laugh I've heard in my entire life.
Oh my god. I was about to
So
say.
evil.
We're just standing over here trying to open the door for like 5 minutes. So I'm not getting anything on the spirit box. I'm going to set up a book in that classroom and some dots.
I did put the camera down.
We do have a camera in there? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It
in the
says
room.
0% sanity, just so you know.
Dude,
And you have
the
like
Happy
8.
Mask Salesman. Oh my god, yes. The Happy Mask Salesman. Alright,
Well, heck.
second beer time.
Yeah.
We're not getting out of this one.
No.
Alright.
Do you still make any money if you die?
Yes, you make little money, especially if you take a picture of your body, you get the insurance.
You get insurance from taking a picture of someone's body.
Yeah. We don't ask why.
Interesting.
We don't ask the insurance company why. We don't question it.
And the insurance company's just like, yeah, bud, that's fine. No problem. I got you.
Did I just hear a laugh? Did I? I thought I heard a girl's laughing.
Mess with your friends when you're dead, like their actual body, like kick them or something. It's this room. You're gonna die, DJ. I'm gonna watch you die, okay? Maybe if you hide under the desk, you'll be safe.
Oh yeah, it's hunting again.
Is it still hunting?
Yeah.
Yep.
Serious note though, when are we all playing Goose Goose Duck?
I haven't played Goose Goose Duck in a while. I'll be down for that
That's
soon.
Goose Duck.
It's chaotic
Among Us?
Among Us.
Oh.
Honestly, I think it's like Among Us, but way better. I still can't get over this. I had one of the developers of the game in my 12-hour stream last time I did
I
one.
remember that.
It was so awesome. I still have to buy cosmetics from the gift that they gave me.
No.
Okay, so that means that the orb thingy works, right? Like the green dot thing? Oh, DJ's dying.
Okay.
Bing bong, you're dead.
That's fine. I'm
Now
just
go
gonna.
teabag your body.
I
Hey,
just opened
hey,
up my
turn
second
around.
beer, so you know.
Turn
I
around.
don't even know where this place is anymore.
DJ, turn
Alright.
around. Look at me.
Oh, hey, what? Are you teabagging my dead body? I'll
I
teabag
have
my body
no
too.
idea what-
I'll teabag my body too.
Oh, okay.
What is it called when you teabag your own dead body? I mean,
It's called,
Self-coagulation.
That's what it is. Okay, so...
I did
because
manage to set up the book and the dots before I died.
Okay,
So
so question. With the dots, because it affected the dots when it hunted, does that mean anything or no?
Maddie. Didn't even give us a chance to guess.
Did you leave?
Just laugh. Didn't even try.
God. It's like I was playing with my friend Goldie on
$5.
Tuesday. The second I died, she left.
$5.
Didn't even try to get us any freaking.
Wait, did anyone see the
Pictures.
ghost? What was it?
It
We
was,
We didn't get to choose
Oni.
anything.
All right, we're hitting my 2-hour mark. How are you guys feeling? You're down for a couple more, or?
I'm good.
Doesn't matter to me.
Let's fucking go.
All right. You guys are gonna hate me.
The where
Yep, I hate you.
All right,
so let me
I'll
tell you.
All right, you know what?
You want? Go.
I
Sorry,
have
go ahead.
actually never done this map, so let's do this one. I've never done this one.
The first time that I
Oh my
played
God.
this game, we went to the campsite because it was when it first came out. Snarky, I love you, Miss Man. Mwah. But we went there, and I was playing with Thicky, and he thinks he's hilarious. So I'm trying to get out of like the gate to go to the van, and I didn't know how to open the door. And he told me that the way you open the door is by calling the ghost.
Oh.
So he made me repeatedly scream the ghost's name and try to get me killed, which was very rude.
That is
That's
such
very,
that
very
is,
rude.
I can believe that, to be honest. I believe that.
Yeah, it's Thicky. He's
Yeah,
beautiful.
It's a total Thicky move.
Mm-hmm. Imagine taking advantage of a first-time player like that. Could never be me.
All right, okay. Let's make
It
sure
could
we
be me.
actually have, because what were we missing? We were missing the thermometer. The thermometer.
Yeah.
We got one. Okay, cool. Photo camera, crucifix, spirit box. Okay. I've never done the asylum before.
It's huge
He's so sus.
and terrifying.
I'm gonna have to say that doing the next time I talk to
I
him.
am
Taking
inside
advantage of
Mom
noobs
Bod
is
right
half the.
Oh, you're what?
Your character model, not anything.
I was
know,
about to say your wife is in my chat
there's-
now.
Sometimes, Maddie, it's best to think about what you
Oh
say.
no! Oh no!
Get back.
Why
It
think?
is-
Pepperoni.
Say it.
Thank you
When
for the
you
word,
just
Lurk. I
Leroy
appreciate
Jenkins
it.
shit.
I hope you're having
See,
an amazing
but
night.
here's
And
the
hopefully you're
rule.
feeling better.
You can
now.
always
I'm really
ask
having a
for
bad
forgiveness.
headache.
It's better to ask for forgiveness than to
I love
Give
my new
permission.
sound alerts.
You
and
know-
Pepperoni, you never have to.
I'm not wrong.
But thank you so much.
It depends on what we're talking about.
it's a golden rule, bud. I don't make the rules.
Well,
I just
oh
follow
god,
them.
I was talking to Chad and I turned around and you guys are gone.
Oh, we're in DBD again. Look,
Yeah,
let's
we're
go.
so-
See, I'm not really a variety streamer. This is just DVD with different maps.
Like I said,
Right.
part-time variety streamer. This is the.
Snarky said you better behave.
What'd I do? I didn't do anything. I just said
When
the
you
wrong
get
thing.
back.
Honestly, the amount of times I say something stupid AF is remarkable.
Evil.
Alright, so I have a thermometer.
I got the spirit box.
I got the EMF.
All prepared, buds.
I hear Snarky laughing in the background.
Something caught Snarky funny.
You know, for a
Yeah.
cafeteria, this is really shitty. I'm just saying.
I
It is-
mean,
It is an asylum.
always putting your foot in your mouth, literally me 24/7. And then imagine being that type of person and then having to watch your VODs to get clips. Not a
Oh,
fun time.
yeah, I'm with you, Pepperoni. I know how.
Alright, so
migraines
it's starting
are.
to get a little
So I
cold
do
down
hope
here.
you're feeling better, and I'm glad to hear you're
I'm
feeling
still
much
looking
better.
around though.
I really do.
Or are you downstairs?
And I know how they
I
can like suck the
think so.
freaking energy out of
I
you. So
don't know, though, to
hopefully
be
you're
honest,
getting plenty of rest. Sending all the
I
good
don't
vibes your
like
way.
that they made your footsteps echo more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I'm like, I can hear my footsteps more clearly. Oh, wow, this office is really
Let's go in here.
shitty.
What was the
Oh,
name
shit.
of the ghost?
Oh, what was that?
I found the ghost
Where?
Where?
in this room.
What?
Okay.
Oh,
Upstairs,
man.
downstairs.
Main floor. Well, shit, like right by the entrance.
Oh. Okay. Sometimes I just. Yeah, that's what I do too. Like if I'm
It opened this
Don't have
door.
if
to
my head's
imagine. I've
pounding
had
too
to edit
much
my own
and I
videos
see
before.
myself
It's
just staring
worse.
at a screen, I
Literally,
just go lay down.
between me being
I turn
cringy
everything
all
off
the
and I just
time
lay
and
down for a
then
bit.
having to listen to my voice,
It
not a fun
helps
time.
a
But
lot.
It opened this door, and then I got EMF, so it's in here somewhere around here.
Opened what door? Over there?
This door, no, the door to this room.
I knew where you guys were.
I'm looking for
Is there a way to pull up a
fingerprints.
map?
No.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh,
The only
geez,
map
guys.
is in the van.
I'm not
It
seeing any
may be
fingerprints.
wandering, but I was walking past that
Where
door,
are you?
and it opened, and it scared me because I was admiring these vending machines.
Are you here?
Every day.
Whoa! Oh,
Bye!
I got
Bye!
fingerprints.
Bye!
I got fingerprints too, and
Bye!
a spirit box.
Nope.
Holy shit!
Nope. Nope.
Get me out of this fucking place.
Poltergeist, Phantom, or the Mimic? Oh, phone's ringing.
Yep.
So what did we all? We got just fingerprints and spirit box. So
Not gotten frozen temps yet, so.
if it's dots, it's the phantom. EMF is nothing. We can mark that off. Freezing temperatures would be mimic. And ghost riding would be poltergeist.
Got a book?
Out where the heck I am.
Do I still do Nuzlocke?
the-
Actually,
Somebody going to grab the
Merc,
camera
I'm
and tripod?
thinking about bringing the
Yeah,
Nuzlocke
sure,
back
I'll just
because
do whatever.
I haven't been finding myself really playing the new Diamond and Pearl game, and I'm thinking
You'd really like
about
that.
streaming
When I
a
run.
Nuzlocke again because because I think
Alright,
I
is
got
this the gym,
Pearl.
maybe?
I got Pearl, so I'm thinking about bringing the Nuzlocke back.
I love how chill you are while DJ is running scared over there. I can't find out where I am.
Can you write in the
Literally
notebook?
lost.
I'm sorry, it told me it was right behind me. I was getting the fuck out of it.
Could you stop
DJ,
fucking with this
sorry.
door?
DJ,
Stop
sorry.
that. Can you write in the
DJ,
notebook?
sorry.
What? What?
You're not getting the meme, bud.
No. I get the.
Oh, okay.
Can you write in
I'm
the
like,
notebook?
come on.
I don't see Crow Mommy around here, so.
Oh, listen, I have words about Crow Mommy. Everybody over here be like, oh, she could step on me. And then I saw her feet. I'm like, bitch,
I
you
had
better
someone
get away
else
from me
talking
with
to
those
me
feet.
about doing a Soul Link. So I'll definitely be looking into doing Soul
Can
Link
you write
with
in the
people
notebook?
because I think that'd be pretty
I
fun
must be
to
literally nowhere near you
do. So
guys.
Merc, I'll definitely talk to you
We're all
about
back
that.
at the entrance.
Yeah, we're at the entrance.
I don't know where it is.
It's near the front of the building.
Okay, I'm looking at the map to see if I can see where Mom is. I'm not seeing
Yeah,
her.
can you guide me? Because I'm lost.
Can you write in the
Oh,
notebook?
I think I see you. Because you're in, you're by the entrance. Or is that someone else I'm looking at?
Everybody don't move except for me.
That's Evans.
Oh, that's Evans I'm seeing?
And I think you gotta go, you gotta click this.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
there we go.
downstairs.
She's on the other floor. Oh.
Okay,
Yeah,
Mom.
you gotta come upstairs.
Okay,
Okay.
so...
Go straight to the wall, then take a left, and then an immediate right.
To the wall. To the wall.
All right,
from
now
the
go straight.
window to the wall.
1, 2. Keep going straight. Keep going.
Yep.
All right, your next right, and then go up the
Kill me.
stairs.
DJ's laughing, and I feel like I'm about to get killed.
We will get you here.
I don't believe
All
you.
right, take a right. Now go up those stairs to your right.
You'll need flares or beacons for larger map stacks. Because I do be lost.
Okay, so now take a left.
Yep. Take a left. Go straight to that corner, then take a right.
I feel like you guys are trying to get me killed.
Straight ahead.
No, we're not trying
And-
to
Oh,
get you.
okay. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, friends. I found you.
Oh, we got ghost orbs.
Oh, we got ghost orbs?
Sweet.
Let's go.
It's a...
Nothing.
nothing.
What?
We don't
Did
have
we get
ghost.
fingerprints?
It's not ghost
Yeah,
orb then.
I had fingerprints.
It can't be
There's
ghost
a
orb
ghost
then.
orb right there. There's one just on the screen. Like,
Are you
watch. There,
That
look.
totally is an orb, but that that can't be evidence because
Let me go double check fingerprints.
Picture of the ghost.
I saw.
I'll get you there. Heard
I
that
saw
before,
a
right?
handprint on the
And
back
that's how I
side of the
died.
door.
We all
Are you
clearly
sure?
heard the
Yes.
spirit box, right, too.
Oh, there is a handprint. What the fuck?
So
Okay.
that can't be a ghost orb. That has to be something else then. It could
That's
be
a ghost orb.
It could just be dust flying in the air for all we know.
I guess.
Because
Okay,
I've been
so
tricked.
we need to use a crucifix.
I've been tricked by that before. I set a crucifix right up in the door of that room.
Okay, so, but it still hasn't worked yet, so we have to.
Yeah,
get
we have
that
to make it
happen.
hunt. Our sanity's way too
And
high for
then
that.
capture a photo. So should I take a photo? Because I don't think we're gonna get freezing.
It could be freezing temps, actually.
Do we have an EMF?
It can't be an EMF.
It can't be. Okay.
Did we bring a thermometer this time?
Yeah, Mom
Yeah.
has
I-
one.
Oh, can you? You can use that in here. Just come on in.
Freezing.
No one
Oh,
remembers
you already got it?
John.
It was right at the door. It was
That's
Okay.
the only thing I
we
remember
got
of Little
freezing
John, to be
temps.
honest.
okay.
So it's a mimic. So then we just need to get it to hunt.
Oh, we have
Okay.
so we do have
Take a
freezing
picture.
temperatures?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it was like literally right when I walked in the door. Does that count?
Well, go
Yeah.
back in here with me.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That's
I got
why we're
0
seeing spirit orbs.
I've
It's
gotten
mimicking
0.2.
other traits of other
Yeah.
ghosts.
It is.
Oh.
So we do have freezing temps. So it
What's
is a
its
mimic.
name?
Its name is Carol Smith.
Carol Smith. I don't think you're a nice
Oh,
person.
You know what?
I've
that
got
good insult?
zero.
Why we're
Does that do
seeing
good?
Spirit orbs.
Mm,
I've got
Mimicking
0.2.
Maybe
other
not.
traits of other
Yeah.
ghosts.
It is.
Oh.
Carol
So we do
Smith,
have freezing
give us a sign.
How am I
What's
hearing
its name?
myself? I'm hearing myself all of a sudden.
Its name- Do
Carol
have
Smith.
Your,
Are you
your
angry?
shoe open.
Carol Smith.
Carol
I
Smith.
don't think you're a nice person.
Yeah,
Where-
weakness.
you
Several
know,
reports
with
have
the
noted
camera.
ghost
That's a
orb
good insult.
sightings.
That's okay. I probably
they're
shouldn't
mimics.
have the camera.
Carol
Maybe
Smith.
not.
You smell funny.
Carol Smith,
Carol Smith.
give us a sign.
How am I hearing myself? I'm hearing myself
look.
all of a sudden. Yeah, I'm
Carol
hearing
Smith.
myself.
One of Mom's people.
What the hell?
Are you one of my people? What do you mean?
Yeah, look over here by the door.
Carol Smith. Where?
Where
What?
are
Weakness.
you?
Several
No,
reports
by
have
the-
noted ghost
over
orb
here.
sightings.
Trash can?
Yeah.
Carol
Smith.
It's a trash can. Let's go.
Oh!
Oh,
Okay, that was scary.
somebody gonna get that?
Wait, what's happening?
Phone's ringing.
You said it was
I went
Carol
faint for a
Smith.
second there.
Yeah,
Oh my
Carol
god.
Smith.
Carol
Carol
Smith. Way to
Smith.
have a basic ass name.
Wow. Are you attacking the name now?
Yep,
Poor Carol.
basic.
Carol,
Carol?
probably a Karen.
Carol, are you
Oh.
a Karen? Carol Smith, I don't think you can kill any of us.
Give us a sign.
I'm,
Oh,
I'm kind of feeling a bit attacked right now.
Carol Smith, are you gonna come out?
Oh, Merc.
why
Carol
do you keep
Smith.
shutting the door, Evans?
Carol Smith, kill my friends.
What?
Wait, whoa.
Just not
did,
me.
I did not sign up to for death.
Yes, you did, bud.
Wait, what? What?
Carol Smith, your chill is
Where's the
gross.
contract?
Facts.
Let me see this contract.
Snarky out here spitting straight facts.
Show yourself.
The cookies aren't gluten free. Carol Smith, how dare you?
Carol Smith. I'm flicking this light switch. Huh.
Carol Baskin killed her husband, whacked him.
Oh God.
Can't tell me it didn't happen. Carol
The
Baskin.
early days of the pandemic.
Oh yeah.
What's our sanity
How is our
at?
sanity still so high?
Oh
Carol
God.
Smith, where are you?
Everybody
I was
get in the
thinking the
dark.
same thing too. Like, so a good way to get sanity level down is to be in a room without any source of light. So turn your flashlights off when you go into a room.
Carol Smith, where are you?
Well, I found a nice pallet over here. I'm gonna go to sleep, guys.
Did you? Just.
Carol Smith, no pumpkin spice for you.
Hey, oh, whoa.
Oh, that
Whoa.
was the line. Did I just find the line?
Whoa.
I just found the line.
Don't not be braining my pumpkin spice up in this right now.
Oh, DJ's about to fight. Carol Smith, where are you?
But pumpkin spice sucks.
I don't
It's
believe you can kill him.
Terrible.
Oh,
Oh, I said pumpkin spice sucks, and it breathed in my ear.
I don't know about that. I said, Carol Smith, you can't kill anyone. She's like, bitch, bad.
Pumpkin spice sucks.
There's about to be a murder here.
Carol Smith can't have
A
pumpkin spice
justified
confirmed.
murder.
Nope.
Oh, hold on. I need to answer this phone. What's going
Carol
on?
Smith, let me. Pierogi, rude.
Carol Smith, you smell like shit.
Carol Smith,
Carol Smith.
are you gonna
Carol.
kill someone?
Wait, hold on.
I don't even think you can kill anyone.
Does she respond alone or with
You're
a
a
group
little
of people?
bitch.
Carol Smith.
Responds to everyone. So
Okay,
it won't
responds to
matter.
everyone.
Okay.
Great.
That was amazing. Yes.
Gray,
That's
my
whatever
dude.
Carol
Hello.
Smith does.
How are you, Gray?
Carol is a Karen, confirmed. How do
I
you
hope
feel
you-
about being called a Karen, Carol?
I hope you're having
Does
an
that make you
amazing
angry?
day, my dude.
Does that make you
I
want
hope
to kill
you're
my
doing
friends?
amazing.
Hey, I found the power.
Good job, Evans. Good job.
Wow, okay. You know what? I'm turning it back off. Fuck you.
Oh,
Wait, will someone
Carol
answer
Smith,
the
is
damn
that
phone?
you? Carol Smith, is that you? Are you gonna come out to play? I think you're too scared. You don't want to fight.
You don't want these hands.
You don't want the Mamba trash can.
Yo, does anyone wanna shiz? Is shiz
Can I have
soda?
a trash can in chat, please? Because Carol Smith
You
is
also got a swepsy? A swepsy? I do not know.
Carol Smith, can you give us a sign?
Carol Smith,
Just
are you
got done
French?
working at a double. Oh, damn, with a massive
I
hangover.
hear that pisses him off. I don't
Dude,
know.
rest up. I give you props
That'd be
though
a
for
Carol
going,
Smith.
doing a
Oh
Oh my
double
god,
with
it
a-
worked!
I'm lost.
How do you get a picture?
So if you see a shadow of the ghost, you can take a picture of it, like a silhouette, or if it's clear and you just snap a picture with the right click on the camera, that will
Camera,
count.
but
Carol Smith. Carol Smith.
okay. So was that us getting
Wait,
through a hunt?
did we
With the
not
crucifix?
escape a hunt? How did we
How?
not get that?
I
Did
don't
it-
know.
Was
And
it not hunty enough?
Carol Smith, are
It was
you
my
French?
last date at the main job, so I can find. Dude, yeah, relax. You
Carol
deserve.
Smith, that's all you got?
You deserve
French
some time
fries.
to relax, my dude.
Carol Smith.
I hope you can get plenty of
Carol
sleep
Smith.
and hopefully cure the hangover.
Carol Smith.
I've never gone to work with a hangover.
God damn it, Carol, come out.
Smith.
Carol, get your basic ass out here right now.
Smell like ass, Carol Smith.
Don't make me.
Carol,
French
your
lady.
decorating skills are horrible. Look at these countertops. Look at this. It's fucking
Carol
Show
horrible.
Smith.
yourself, Carol.
Don't make me call the manager. I'll do your job for you.
Are you here, Carol?
Yo,
Did you kill your? Did you
I
kill
got
your
beer too,
husband?
man. Cheers.
Yes.
I actually kind of like this.
Damn Carol
It's
bastard.
called zombie dust. I
Really?
was
though?
uncertain about it. Kind of like it.
Carol Smith, where are you?
I could
Carol
definitely
Smith
go
was
with
not voted
Mary
into
or
the
anything.
PTA because Carol Smith is trash.
Carol Smith. You need to
Did your
talk to
husband
us.
kill you?
The power of Christ compels
It's
you.
always the husband.
The power of Christ compels you, Carol
Carol.
Carol, do you have a minute to talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Carol.
Smith. Cthulhu. I like Cthulhu.
Yo,
How
I
come
like
he's so
Cthulhu
lost?
too.
Carol, did you feed your husband to the tiger?
Someone in my chat saying we need to get Carol a tiger.
Let's go. Ew.
Carol, do something. Give
Yeah,
us a
you're-
sign, Carol.
Carol, you're killing the vibe.
I
You
think
suck.
Carol is to the point where she's like, look, I just want these people to leave me
Can you
alone.
please just leave? Carol
See you
Smith.
when you get back.
Oh my god.
Carol Smith, where
I
are you?
love that new lurks.
Come out right now.
Where am I?
I'm not playing.
Did I just
Oh
walk into-
God,
This is a
Mom's
hold
using
up.
mom voice.
This is a holdup. Get out
Oh,
here now.
The mom voice. Carol, get out of here.
Carol Smith, come out now. 1, 2.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
Oh no! Don't let it get to me, Carol.
No, those kids are so disrespectful. They sit there and they be like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah." Well, 3.
Do something, Carol. Do something.
Dude, the activity is like at 0. We're not getting anything from her.
Carol is just lazy.
There's got.
Carol.
Wait, do we have to make crucifix down? Is that a thing?
No.
Yes,
shouldn't
we do
be.
have to have
Well,
prevent
we
the
have
ghost
to
hunt.
have it down.
Oh, prevent the ghost hunt with a crucifix. Never mind.
Yeah, but well, shouldn't we have gotten that already?
Yeet the Jesus.
We
Yes.
probably didn't prevent it. She probably didn't even go in that room when she was
Carol,
hunting.
leave the-
Carol.
Carol Smith, where are you?
I
Leave
wonder
the fucking phone alone.
if it's actually over here.
Carol.
Carol, stop fucking with the
Yeah,
door,
let's try
Carol.
going somewhere else.
Carol.
Carol Smith,
Smith.
where are you?
Carol,
Carol was
Smith,
just at the
Carol,
door.
I want a commitment.
French muckfucker, get over
Carol
here.
Smith.
Carol.
Carol, let's go
something.
I
on a
don't think
date,
you could
okay?
kill my friends even if you wanted to.
I'll-
We are willing to sacrifice Mom Bod.
That's rude.
Hey, Carol, let's grab a cup of coffee, okay?
Carol Smith, do you like sugar in your tea?
Sugar in tea? What?
Carol Smith.
Some people are weird.
What?
Yeah, sweet tea. Come on.
What?
What?
Nah.
What?
Carol
Sweet
Smith,
tea.
where are you?
Yeah,
I'm not
sweet
sorry.
We prevented a hunt. We prevented a hunt with a crucifix right here.
Okay, cool, let's go. Don't be fucking rude, Carol Smith. Watch that just make her go.
tea. Yeah,
Carol.
we did it.
So we are down lower.
Thank
Okay.
God.
Carol Smith, they say
Oh, we're getting
nice.
there.
Do we want to
Except
try
for
to do
dog
the
face.
rest of them?
Yeah.
We all survived Asylum. I think we're in good shape.
Well, where's DJ
Okay.
now?
Am I in the basement? I think I'm in
So
the
we
basement.
just have
What?
to have them escape. So should we get rid of the crucifix then?
How did I get down here?
Yeah, we got the crucifix. We fixed it, and the other crucifix will prevent a hunt. So
Yeah, should we
I
get rid
guess
of
the
it then?
closest I get to liking sweet
Maybe.
tea is with
Okay, well, first of all, I'm
Is
gonna
like
open up my
brisk
journal.
tea.
So we have for evidence.
Oh, found the stairs. I remember how I got here now.
For evidence, we've got freezing temps, right? Did I end up getting freezing temps? I think so.
Yeah, we got freezing temps, so it is a mimic. We,
All right, what else
Freezing
do we
temp,
have?
spirit box, and fingerprints.
And fingerprints.
Where?
We have-
Okay, so it's a mimic.
Yeah,
So I'll get that set. Love how folks look up from their waist. I know, right? Like the proportions in this game are horrendous, but I feel like it makes the game.
Oh, found you guys. Okay.
We're just chilling in the van. I don't know what you're talking about, bud. Carol Smuts.
I
Carol
was trying to
Smith.
say
Where are
that
you?
maybe she was a
Carol
wandering
Smuts.
ghost, and
Does it piss you off when people say your name wrong?
Smutty Carol, get over here.
Karen Smut. Get out here now. Karen Smut.
whoa, yo, we got crucifix. Oh, cool.
Yeah, we did.
Carol
Oh, cool.
Smith. Get out here. Let's go. We're throwing hands.
Okay,
Right
so
now.
our average is under 40, which means she
Let's
should
go.
be hunting soon.
Show yourself, Carol.
Carol Smith, where are you? Get out here right
I
now.
want
I'm
to
not
get a
playing.
nice little picture
This is a
of you.
holdup.
Get your smutty. I bet, Carol, I bet you have a tramp stamp that says "Tunnel Me, Daddy."
Don't talk about DJ like that. He's sensitive. We
Carol
don't talk
Smith.
about it.
Carol Smith.
Show
Are
your
you
damn
French?
self, Carol Smith.
Carol Smith, I don't think you could hunt
The
us even if you wanted to.
Power of Christ compels you, Carol Smith, you French lady.
Carol
French.
Smith, where are you?
Carol. Carol.
Carol.
Okay, so I have a question. I
What's
have the light of a flashlight, but it's not letting me scroll through. How do I change that?
Do you
I
not
want
have
her-
anything else on you?
But it's not even showing that I have the flashlight in my hand.
I don't know. That's weird.
Carol
Right?
Smith. Show yourself.
Huh.
Yeah, that's
Carol
what
Smith,
it does.
where are you? That's what it does. What?
Hey, Carol, remember when you came
Carol.
second in the regional spelling bee? Because I remember.
Carol
Oh, shit.
overcooks her pasta. You're a
Oh
bad cook,
my
Carol.
God.
And a bad wife.
Carol.
Carol
Oh,
Smith,
wait,
I
we
don't
got,
believe you can do anything.
Oh, activity level 2, and then it went right back down.
Carol, could you
Carol.
please
Oh,
kill
no,
somebody?
We got
you
I
don't want to
hear
throw
you're
these
like a-
hands.
You're like a
I
dead
hope you
fish
had an
in the
amazing day,
sack.
Impala. I had a rough day. But we're vibing, playing some Phasmo, so I can't complain.
Activity 4.
How are you, Miss Ma'am?
Carol, you suck at the sex.
Whoa.
The fuck?
Oh my, dude, the second you say that, it spiked back down to 0.
Oh.
We got 10. And the door closed.
Oh, it got me! It came from behind me! Came from behind!
I hate when that
Alright.
happens.
So I escaped, so does that mean we're good?
No, because it wasn't
No?
during the hunt. The hunt lasted like 10 seconds and it went straight back down.
Alright, well, I have 5%, so we're gonna try it again. So you had a rough day? It's okay. It's okay. Life's a little rough right now, but I'll
Carol
get through
Smith.
Hopefully, hopefully the day gets better and the weekend's better.
it. Thank you. I appreciate you. Alright, Carol Smith, come here. We're gonna throw hands right now. Let's go.
Carol Smith, eat one of them.
No! And thank you, Dogface. I was just about to go for that, and that's when I died.
Oh,
Oh, DJ, you're in a very vulnerable position.
I love your
Oh,
attitude. I love your attitude.
TJ.
You're the best.
TJ.
Yo,
Throwing
wow.
those cakes out.
Wow,
Cake. Alright, I have 0% sanity. I don't think we're gonna get the rest of these objectives.
Yeah, we should probably just go as long as we have.
I
pictures
haven't
of
seen a
bodies.
bot
I
in a
got pictures.
long
Do we?
time, to be
Okay,
honest.
Yeah.
Alright, we ready?
That was the
Yep.
first one in a while. Oop, do we have everything? Okay, I wanted to make sure I had it checked off. I'm like I'm inside of someone right now. What's going on?
My plan worked. I killed half the team. I am the real killer. I got 150 bucks. Let's go.
I got 57.
Oh, 135. That's awesome.
That's because your insurance money.
I know. And I lost a lot of money.
My
too.
stream elements is hitting on everyone right now.
Oh, stream elements.
Beam.
It's
Ivanzo.
Ivanzo.
Do we need to buy anything?
We probably had to rebuy a lot of stuff.
I got all my shit in there. Because I didn't die like some scrub.
Couldn't me. I would never die. Don't worry, I got you.
I died trying to get a picture.
I never even saw her to get a picture. I was looking at you while she killed you.
Are you
I
even
didn't
an
see her.
e-girl if you don't die getting a picture?
Wow. Wow. Damn.
Dark.
Jesus.
Oh, we're going to the prison? Let's go. Alright, so
Oh,
are we
God.
buying anything or not?
Let's see. We have 1 UV light, 1 spirit box, 1 ghost writing, 1 flashlight, 4 strong flashlights. That's good. I think we have. I think we should have everything. Do we have a thermometer? Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we should be good.
Did you just call it a thermometer?
That's what it's called. Thermometer.
It's a thermometer.
Oh my god! I was reading it wrong.
It's a thermometer, not a thermometer.
DJ.
I don't know why I was reading it. I don't know why I was reading it as a thermometer.
Is it also
Thermometer confirmed?
is it also aluminium?
Let's go.
Please do not quote me on this. Do not.
Clip him! Clip him!
Clip it.
No.
I am going to take the temperature with my thermometer of this aluminium.
Sounds like a way more fancy thermometer. My family doesn't use thermometers. We use thermometers.
Thermometers.
My family doesn't. Where is your thermometer?
No, it's raining. great. I didn't
Yo,
bring
who
my
doesn't like
umbrella.
ghost
And I have
hunting?
that blue light. Do I have a mod in chat right now?
Let me. What do you have?
2 of them are here.
I know, but I've got others. If anyone's paying attention, if we could delete that comment, that would be greatly appreciated. Did we find out anything about this ghost? Do we know its name? What it likes to hunt?
I just left.
Alright, I'm gonna look. Who the hell's just chilling here? So you have to get the average sanity below 25%. Have to find evidence of the paranormal with an EMF reader. DJ, you are streaming and playing a game. What are you doing being a mod right now?
DJ's master mod.
Apparently.
I felt called. So,
Get a ghost to walk through salt. So we need salt too. Okay, we could do these.
Did we bring salt?
I don't know.
nope. We do not have salt.
Nice job, guys. We suck.
I don't think I've ever done to prison before.
The name is Lisa Wilson, and it responds to everyone. You should be able to use its name to anger it and get some paranormal activity. So let's go. All right.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking
Snarky
go.
with the betrayal. She clipped it.
As
Thank
she
you,
should.
Snarky.
As she should.
Who
I
has the
was gonna say,
thermometer?
Anita mod. Yes, we had like one of those follow bot things go in chat quick, but we're good.
His name was Robert Paulson, you said?
I don't remember the name anymore. We'll say I'm gonna go
His
run
name was
back out
Robert
again.
Paulson.
She came third.
No, it's not.
in that space. Alright.
The door to get out. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I've
It
never
is-
done to prison before.
It is
The prison is terrible.
Lisa Wilson.
Hey, if it makes people laugh, I'm happy with it.
They don't give you electric toothbrushes
If
in
people
prison.
laugh, I'm happy.
Evans, you said that as
The
if
name
you
is in the
know
book
by
now, I think. Oh, okay, cool.
experience.
Didn't even think about that.
I
Lisa
have
Wilson.
never been to prison.
Lisa
Yeah.
Wilson, are you here? Are
Or-
you? How old are you? Who killed you?
Who killed you?
Are
Oh,
you
that's pretty
angry?
personal. Oh my god, his computer is ancient. What the
Are
hell?
you sad? Are you scared? Are you going to kill us? Is
Can
your
you give
name
us a
Lisa
sign?
Wilson? Can you give me a sign?
Can you say thermometer correctly?
Is it the thermometer? Carol Wilson, did you die in this prison?
Asking the questions are pretty dull. Though
Is it
on
'cause you
occasion
were
you
a
do
bad
get
girl?
something good.
She doesn't
Lisa
want to play.
was a bad girl, bad girl.
Lisa Wilson, where are you?
Alright,
Lisa
the power
Wilson.
is now on. So
Yay.
Lisa Wilson.
took me a bit to find where the
Lisa
power's on.
Wilson. Lisa Wilson.
Wow, that was
Right now.
aggressive.
Lisa, are you here? Can you show me a sign?
Can you get Mombot?
Can you be nice to me?
So when you're speaking to the spirit box, you are pressing down V, right?
No.
Okay, yeah, you hit V so it
Oh,
actually reads
okay.
you.
Lisa Wilson, are you here?
And you'll see like the microphone on the spirit box light up. That
Okay,
means it picked you
gotcha.
up. Yep.
What is your name?
What was
How
that?
old are you?
Yeah, what was that? Did anyone hear that?
I heard that too.
Heard what?
Where
Did
are
fart,
you?
Evans? Was that what that was?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Are you gonna kill me?
Yo,
I yawned.
look
You
at this
said that
office.
as if you were not aware
Oh my
of all
God,
your
this-
farts.
I want to sit on this chair. I want to sit on
What
this
is your
chair
name?
so badly.
Well, if I wasn't aware of them, I wouldn't be aware that I wasn't aware, right?
That's
Are
true.
you dead?
Like, is this mahogany? I think this is mahogany. I'm admiring this guy's office right
Are
now.
you angry?
I found some handcuffs.
Are you
Yo,
sad?
whoa.
Kinky.
What were you doing with those handcuffs? Do you have
Your
a
mom.
boyfriend?
I found a
Do
donut.
you have a girlfriend?
Do you have a friend?
Does anybody like you?
Will you be
Probably
my
not,
friend?
because you're dead.
Okay, good. I thought I saw a ghost, but
Lisa
it was just someone
Wilson.
else.
There's soap on the floor of this shower room.
Who dropped the soap?
Lisa, that's what happened.
Are
Oh no!
you
She slipped
scared?
on the soap bar and hit her head. Where are y'all going with
Okay.
Merc in my chat. Do you have a boyfriend? Fucking take a number, mate.
Can I have your number, babe?
Yo, hey. Oh, I'm in the B
I
block.
cannot have the number confirmed.
But where is the D block?
Someone's got a thermometer, right?
I do. Yep.
Okay, cool.
this? I got
So
the-
far,
He
it's
has
been.
a thermometer.
Oh, the thermometer. Does someone have a thermometer, please?
God.
You're never gonna live that down.
Nope.
That's about it. Well, it's almost as funny, but not quite as funny as Stuart and his sweater yams.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes.
Lisa, are you a prisoner?
Nope,
Yeah, I found
You
the
need
mirror.
to be set
No
free.
worries.
Well,
What,
no,
you
maybe
did?
not. I
Well,
don't.
you have to toss down one of the items you have, and then you can pick it up.
No, it's just a
Are you
metal
angry?
thing that looks like the mirror on the shelf.
Oh.
Can you show me a sign? All right, where are
She
you
was
guys?
only ever with
I'm-
anyone.
Upstairs somewhere, I think, like
Merc, I hope you're having a good day. I really do.
approaching
I hope
like,
everyone
the
here is
office
having a good day.
section where DJ was.
Ooh, look at these computers.
Well-
These are nice.
Oh, those computers
Now I gotta
that
find the
looks like you can
stairs.
play like Chip's Palace in.
Yeah. I love
Do you
kids.
See,
I'm
Would
not
you like a
getting
drink?
anything right now. I'm like not picking anything up.
okay, I found stairs
Up or down?
upstairs.
Okay.
Well,
Two
stairs
flights of
generally
stairs.
go both ways.
I fucking hate it here. Lisa Wilson, are you here? Hey, I found someone. Can you
Lisa,
show me a
can you
sign?
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
that's me.
I found the showers.
Lisa Wilson. Lisa Wilson, answer me right now.
La 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 Lisa.
Show me you're here. I don't believe you're here. How old are you? Did the warden kill you?
Oh.
Hey, I found some of those both way stairs.
The both way stairs, let's go.
Yeah,
Lisa
I'm-
Wilson,
Lisa, could you stop hiding?
are you scared?
My legs
you a
are
little
getting
bitch?
sore.
Oh, I found the exit. That's not what I'm looking for.
Congratulations.
You found the exit.
I apparently backtracked.
Lisa Wilson, will you talk to me?
Lisa, are you there?
What is your name? Why are you here?
Lisa, what is your name?
I don't even know it, Samantha.
Lisa, where are you? Yo, this desk is so nice.
Do you like Blink 182?
You scared bitch.
I bet
please
Lisa
talk to
doesn't
me.
like.
Small thing.
I don't think she does. Kind of rude, to be honest.
Is there even a ghost here?
Is this place even haunted?
Is it even haunted here?
Or is the
Probably
place
not.
just haunted
I
with
think
people
you're
who are
scared.
wandering around the halls yelling a random name?
Yup.
Talk to us, Lisa. We need you.
Lisa,
I don't think I'm gonna get
starting
anything
to
on the
feel,
spirit box.
I'm starting to feel a bit disconnected. Can you at least show me some sign of affection?
DJ's
Lisa, do
looking
you
for
have-
affection.
Show me the meaning of being lonely.
Lisa, are you here?
Lisa, please take me back.
Lisa, can you please kill me?
Where are my AirPods?
Lisa, do you do anything?
Lisa, why are you so damn boring?
Is there actually coffee in here, or are these empty? Did someone turn on the lights?
Lisa.
Wait.
I'm gonna go get a different piece of equipment because obviously she's not falling for this.
Did someone turn on the lights in this room, or did they just turn on by themselves?
I turned on the lights in some room.
Lisa, are you here?
But there was no one else in here besides me, and the lights just turned on all of a sudden.
Did you turn the lights on?
Yeah, I turned the lights
Lisa,
on.
hello.
Oh, okay, you did? Okay. I didn't see anyone in here, so I was just confused.
Uh-oh, I'm hearing shit.
Lisa, are you here? Lisa, are you scared?
Lisa's crying.
How old are you? Can you show me a sign?
Oh, I see her. Holy shit.
Wait, what? Take a picture.
Got her.
Hello?
Sorry, I got scared.
Did you
She's
steal my Van
downstairs.
Halen
She's
shirt?
in the place right below where we're
Yo, who took the Van Halen shirt?
Lisa, apparently.
Whoa.
at. Yep, I got the picture of the ghost.
Even I heard that.
All right, we gotta get back downstairs and then back underneath whatever this fucking room is. She's hanging out in the cafeteria.
Oh, she's in the Oh, she's hungry. She's a hungry bitch.
Whispers, welcome in. How are you, bud? Happy Thursday.
This is not the way to the stairs.
Where is the cafeteria?
Lisa, are you here?
Downstairs, middle.
Mouse downstairs, middle.
Hey, yeah, over here.
Okay, I'm coming.
Coming.
Alright, so she's obviously not going for this box.
Thank you for. Oh, Gary and
She was
his
in this
beard.
room,
Hello.
but she was crawling out of it too. So
How are
This
you?
room
I
that
hope
we're
you're
in
having a
right now?
wonderful day, my
yeah,
dude.
she was headed out
Lisa,
this
hello?
door. Lisa, can you give us a sign?
Honestly, I don't even think she could kill us if she wanted to.
Yeah, she's pretty chicken shit.
Lisa's a little bitch.
Lisa,
Damn,
why
we're
did you
really
move?
roasting Lisa tonight?
Lisa.
With a name like Lisa
Okay, I found the
Smith, you got
stairs.
to.
I found the
Yeah.
stairs.
Oh wait, no, it's not Lisa Smith. That was the last one. Let's go, Lisa. What was it?
Oh, hold on.
You
I hear it
forgot
again.
her name.
Well, she's obviously not that important, so.
I'm gonna die.
Oh no, bud. R.I.P.
I got a picture at as she killed me.
Nice. What is this?
Nothing
Oh,
on
I
the
found the
EMF.
handcuffs.
I'm not getting anything on the
Oh, how do I get out of here, by the way?
temperature-wise.
How do I get out of here again?
Yo, we got a raid?
You go through
Gary
the
and his
door.
beard with the raid.
Yeah,
Hello.
Yeah.
thanks. That
You're welcome.
was awesome advice.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome.
I know where to go next
you
time. I
writing a
need
notebook?
like real
Oh,
serious
you're playing
Skyrim.
Pathfinder. I just recently got that
Okay,
game
I'm
and
always
I've been
here to
wanting to
help.
play it.
Of course.
But how are you, Gary?
Lisa,
How was
can
your
you
stream?
write
I
in
the
hope you had a
notebook?
lot of fun. And welcome everyone who tagged along. For those of you who
Can you
don't...
show me a sign?
No worries at all, Gary.
Are you here?
Right in the notebook.
Are you angry?
Hey, we got
How
the
old
EMF.
are you?
No, never mind.
We didn't get the EMF?
No, and what pisses me off is it was going off during the hunt too. So
Yeah.
Oh, it won't.
Eat
if
myself
I'll
down
be right
these
back.
stairs.
Yeah, if it goes off during the hunt, that it doesn't really count anything.
Lisa, right in the notebook.
Oh,
I hear her.
Lisa, are you here?
I'm dead.
How old are you?
I hear crying.
I don't know how the hell to get out of here.
Oh god, the temperature dropped. So I'm definitely in the right spot, but it's not freezing. I found Evan's body.
My body's right behind you.
Oh no, I like your position too.
DJ, be appropriate.
Oh, DJ's gonna die now.
Okay, guys,
Yep.
I need your help. I'm lost again.
It's coming to get DJ. You're gonna die, DJ. It's coming. Oh my God.
Oh, damn.
Oh, you're not. Okay, it got you.
I set up the dots though.
There's only 2 of us alive right now, right?
Oh, you just got
one.
raided again.
Only you now.
DJ.
Oh, okay, I'm getting out of here. How do I get out of here? Somebody help me.
Okay. I'm not sure how.
Tell me how to get out of here, please.
I never play this map because
Okay, I found stairs. I found
This
stairs.
is my
Okay,
first time.
This.
This is my first time on this map, so.
This is my second time playing
Welcome
this game,
back,
so
Gary.
that's how
I
useful
hope
I
you're
am.
having a wonderful night, and I appreciate the raid.
Okay, so I'm downstairs.
How was Pathfinder? It's a game I got gifted a while ago, but I
Okay.
haven't played it yet.
so I'm lost as well, so I'm not gonna be able to help you.
To be
Think
honest,
this might be it?
it took me a while to find
Let's
the
go.
cafeteria.
Got it. Alright.
You're out.
I will be in
Where's the
2.2.
exit, by the way?
Watch, she just closed the door on me and says, no bitch, you ain't getting out.
That would suck.
I have 0% sanity. Okay, so we got our level below 25, but we
Cool.
did not find evidence with an EMF, and we did not do salt, and we don't know who we're dealing with. So, good job, team.
Yay!
So let's guess then.
Okay, so, evidence. Let's see. We did
Pathfinder's
get
good
freezing
before,
temps,
it's a
though,
lot
right?
like playing D&D. You can get into combat and become royal.
I don't
royally fucked by
think
bad
so.
rolls. I am
I
a
thought
D&D
DJ said you
nerd,
had freezing temps,
so
right?
that sounds like something I'm into.
DJ,
What's up?
did you
Oh,
say
no,
you
our
had
DJ.
freezing temps?
The temperature, the lowest the temperature got was 33.
Okay, so
Fahrenheit.
no.
So it was not freezing.
I don't even know enough to guess. I'm just putting down.
And
I'm
the
just
temperature
putting in for a
didn't
gym.
even drop until I actually
She didn't
got
do
to the
anything.
cafeteria.
Okay, well, how about this? So, why don't we do, can we do, like, opposite? So, like,
You just
like,
gotta
let's
remember to put it
say,
in turn-based mode in combat.
it was,
manageable and
I'm trying to think
fun.
of how to explain this. So you click freezing temps.
I'm going to have to download
and then that
game
gets rid of
because
everything.
I recently
So, it
got
couldn't
everything
be
for it,
a
so,
demon,
and I've been wanting
or
to
all
play
of
it.
these, or all of these,
wonder if this
because
plays
there
similar
was no
to,
freezing temps, correct?
Divinity 2.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, reverse psychology.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Okay, so we didn't get freezing temps. We didn't get anything with the spirit box.
Oh, it was 32 that it dropped to. Okay, but it's still not really freezing temperatures.
Well, 32.
32
is
is
freezing.
freezing.
Oh, is
Okay,
it?
so we have freezing temps.
Okay.
Okay, so it could be a demon, a revenant,
Yurei.
Yuri, a Hantu, an Oni, a Shade, or a Jinn.
I'm just guessing a Jin.
Jin is... will
Okay.
travel at faster speeds if the victim is far away. Turning off location's power source will prevent the Jin from using its ability.
We didn't get anything with the EMF, right? Or did we not try?
I think Evan said the highest he got was a 3.
Yeah, I wasn't able to get anything on any.
Oh,
of
you
that.
can. Do you realize you can cross things out?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice.
So
get anything yet?
crossing
No,
out
we're
EMF.
just guessing.
So it said demon, revenant, Yuri, or Hantu for the options. I'm gonna say a revenant.
A Revenant? I think
Yep.
they're... Yeah, okay.
I'm going for it. Risking it for the biscuit.
Risking
We're not gonna get paid worth
Risking
shit.
for the biscuit.
Yep. Did we get pictures?
No one got their bodies pictures taken, I think.
No. Oh well.
So no insurance.
An Obaki?
What the hell?
Oh, and Baki? I don't think
I
I've
still
ever...
got $60 though.
I got 26.
So
Nice.
I have enough time probably for another small map if you want to do one.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, I can do one more. We can do a small map. Let's do a...
I'll buy the thermometer.
Already bought one.
Okay, never mind.
Alright, let's do the
Meter.
Willow Street house then.
Biscuits? Ooh, are you making biscuits? Are you gonna share some?
Yo, wait. There's biscuits now?
I don't know. Snarky said biscuits. I get experience and $60. What a day.
I want biscuits. Alright.
Getting strong Oni vibes? Well, you see, we're trash. By the way, Probably Mad, welcome in. How are you?
Prowley? Prowley's in
Probably.
chat? Yo.
Yes. Let's fucking go.
Love Prowley.
I'll pretend I know this person too. Hi.
Nah, Prowley's a
Imagine
good, Prowley's a
not
good
knowing
guy.
Probably.
Oh my God, Prolly! Hey, Prolly.
It's all your best friends. And yeah, you're pretty much famous. No big deal. Yes, Probably is not taking autographs. Don't ask.
Remember all the great times we've had, probably?
Yeah, my bestie, Prolly. Probably
my bestie. Yes, let's go. Thank you. Oh, I'm not ready. Whoop.
Alright, guys.
Imagine Mamba not being ready.
Always share my biscuits. I love biscuits. Biscuits and gravy.
Oh, and we have no flashlights. That's
Are you kidding? Do we leave and then get flashlights?
Yeah, I think we leave and come back with flashlights.
Yeah, I think so.
Hold on, let's guess.
We're gonna
Wait,
guess.
yes, let's
Banshee.
guess.
I'm guessing Banshee.
You're guessing Banshee?
I'm gonna say a mare.
I'm going with...
Actually, you know, I'm gonna do Oni because Probably said it was an Oni. And what Probably says is probably right.
You know, Prowley's never let me down. So I'm going
Oni vibes, 100%. Let's see
I'm
if
going
Probably's got it.
Poltergeist. I'm going with the odd one. Poltergeist.
I don't know,
Let's go.
DFG. There was that one time with Prolly. You remember that time where
Oh,
they
I
let us
do.
down?
That's true.
Yeah. Probably's a pretty good resource, though. You know, you can't be cracked all the time.
Oh,
Alright,
that was
let's
a
go.
fun hunt, guys.
G freaking G's.
No one died and everything.
Yeah, we were just cracked. That ghost didn't know what to do. I'm gonna die if it's an Oni.
I'm hungry too. I haven't even ate dinner yet, and it's like 10.
It was a
almost 11.
mimic.
Fucking mimic.
No!
Prowley.
Oh,
Probably.
you let me down, bud.
And we didn't even get any money. Ah, jeez.
I quit.
Who have
Prowley, just when you
So
think
who's
you
been
know
joining me
somebody.
is
Right?
we have
Imagine.
All right, be sure to add your stuff, everybody.
we
Okay,
got
how do
Mamba
I-
Squad. She's
Okay, we got
Flash.
flashlights
Bye.
now.
We have the legendary Dog
Okay,
Face
so-
Gamer.
Do we need anything else?
I think
You're
we're-
uninstalling Twitch
and-
as we speak? No, probably don't leave me.
No.
No.
Prolly, you're such a legend. We waved
And
so far back.
Evans Murphy.
Jules,
These are the three
you're
people that are
amazing.
hanging out with me tonight.
Thank you so much for the heckin' tier 1 sub for 5 months of your crack. Good luck on the ghost hunting and not dying. I mean, I've only died a few times. The rest of my teammates, they're trash.
If
Wow.
everyone was just ready up.
Shut up! I was busy thanking people.
You know what's really funny is I've had y'all's chat up on my screen, and I have undone my push to talk to respond to the chat like it was my chat. And so no one's heard when I've talked to your chats. So I just realized this. I'm not cracked.
Oh. Alright, we have.
Oh my god, guys, you ready for this one? I want you to hear something.
Tell me.
Jules says, are the rest of your parties dudes? That would explain why they suck.
Aww.
What I
Feel
get up to
sad,
in my
man.
bedroom is my business.
Oh, okay, bud. Okay.
Some people like sucking.
going in the gut right now. Oh,
My
no.
wife just says I suck, so. I mean.
You hate to see it, bud. You really do. All right, let's go. We got this.
All right.
Yeah,
I believe in us.
We're looking for a Margaret.
Oh, I've been here before. Oh, weren't we already here today?
Yes.
No! Our trolley. They're broken.
What?
What was the ghost name? We didn't.
Margaret Williams.
Imagine having a name like Margaret Williams. Couldn't be
Margaret
me.
Thatcher.
Margaret Thatcher?
Yes.
Wait, no. Who's the actual? No, I don't believe you guys.
It's Margaret
Overview.
Williams.
Okay, so we need to escape during a hunt, have a member of your team witness a ghost event, get a ghost, blow out a candle. Do we have candles?
Yes, I brought some candles.
Wait, we could find keys?
Yep, you can find keys for like if they turn on the car, we can turn it off.
Yeah, I've got the keys.
What?
Yeah, because
Margaret Williams responds to everyone.
like the poacher guys can mess with electronics and everything, and it can like activate the car alarm and everything. And
I'm a dude and a level 179 on Faz, so please take the negative energy away. Oh, probably.
Damn.
You know we love
Raleigh.
you here. Ooh,
Damn.
woo. We hyped you up so much. I mean, I'm a dude, and yes, let's go.
Oh my.
So it's Margaret, right? Margaret, are you here?
Sure. Oh my god.
How old are you? Was your mother a nice lady? Who killed you?
It responds with.
Are you angry?
Yes.
You're the killer, Mama.
Oh.
I'm very angry.
Are you scared?
Yes.
Dog. I did get hyped. That was nice. We got your back. Don't worry. You're feeling down on yourself? I'll hype you up.
Oh jeez.
Am I crouched?
Yes,
I
you
am.
are.
It's so the ghosty won't find me. Margaret. 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 God damn it, I said your name. Listen to me. Can you show us...
So far, the
Can
garage
I
is the
speak
coldest
English?
room, but it's not freezing. It's only going down to 40.
Can you show us a sign? Are you here? Are you angry? Are you a little bitch?
Maybe.
There's always the old standard for asking Margaret if she wants to buy followers.
Oh.
Margaret, do you want to buy some followers?
You want to get famous?
99 cents a piece.
Yeah.
Get famous now. Are you
Okay,
here?
so I'm getting an EMF 2 in the garage.
Yeah, that was the room that got
What is
the
your name?
coldest for me, but it wasn't freezing. Yeah, 42.
And it turned off the power.
Are you angry? Are you scared? Did your husband kill you?
How much did you pay for this truck?
It was definitely the husband.
Somebody grab the dots.
Margaret, this is
Yep,
our final
I will.
attempt. Margaret, I am
I got
here
the
to
dots.
collect a warrant for your arrest.
Oh, jeez.
Last chance
I
to
didn't
get
see
an
what it
extended
was, though.
warranty on your vehicle. It looks like you need it. Wow, none of these ghosts want to talk to me. It's kind of
Oh,
fucking
she's
rude.
moving a picture around.
Oh, what did she move?
Margaret, are you here?
There's a picture out there.
She
Are
moved the
you
picture.
angry?
Can you blow out the candle? Who
Can
grabbed
you
the
show
dots?
us a sign?
I got the dots.
Gonna put them down
Yeah, I'm trying
in
to
front
find
of the
the
camera.
best
Are
spot
you
to
too
set it.
afraid to talk to me because you're a little bitch?
Where's the picture that she moved?
Over here.
Mamba is like
Margaret,
going on
I'm
full
pregnant
sass.
and you're the mother.
Oh, freezing temps.
Okay.
I saw
We're just
somebody's
trying to
breath.
contact you about your car's extended
Really? Because
warranty.
the temperature
Please
didn't even...
respond.
Oh, there we go. Temperature finally dropped to 30. Yep, freezing temps.
Margaret, are you here? Can you blow out the candle?
Margaret, will you be my little pog champ?
Yes, blow out
Are
the
you a
candle,
poggy
Margaret.
woggy pong champ?
Blow out the candle.
Do it for the views, Margaret. Do it for the views.
Margaret, Margaret, I'll trade you a shiny Pokemon if you respond.
Wait, what?
I
Wait,
would
hold on,
fucking
hold up,
die.
hold up. You talking about Pokemon now?
Yeah, we're talking about Pokemon.
No, sign me up.
That's like that.
You're now
Apparently-
DJ Simon.
Margaret doesn't want a Pokemon, apparently. Margaret, are you a little bitch?
Jesus.
I don't think you could kill my friends if you tried.
Oop, that was the wrong button.
Who's trying to set their hair on fire?
That was me. I
Right,
was trying to set
notebook?
up the book, but I accidentally threw it.
Oh, and then you set your hair on fire. Margaret, can you write in the book?
Can I have your autograph, Margaret?
We're big fans. Big fans. I've seen your OnlyFans. I need an autograph, please.
When you shot ectoplasm all over the place, that was hot, Margaret.
No! That's so
Just
cursed.
shot ectoplasm all over.
Stop it. You guys are gonna make me pee my pants.
I wonder if she sells jars of ectoplasm.
Oh yeah, ectoplasm jars. You can buy
Probably a
that.
spirit. Rude.
Spread that out all
Could
over
never
the
be me.
place.
Margaret, can you show us a sign? Did one of you guys throw that can?
So
Nope.
what?
Nope.
The can on the
I
floor.
did, yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
yeah,
Oh,
that
it's
was
salt. Okay.
good. Can you walk through the salt, Margaret? That would be nice if you could
Walk
do
through the
something.
salt, bitch. You're back from your alert. How's it going? It's going good. We're trying not to die. Margaret, do you know how much a woodchuck could chuck?
Hey,
a
I
woodchuck
found the
could chuck
mirror.
wood?
Y'all ready for a hunt?
Well,
Y'all ready for this?
Oh, you found the mirror?
Yes.
Damn.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I
for
got
the
it in my
hunt.
hand. Come
Let's
look,
do it.
DJ.
Margaret, can you talk to me?
DJ, come look at the mirror.
I'll look at the mirror. I haven't looked at the mirror yet.
Look at it.
I see it.
The mirror.
You didn't use
How
it.
they
You
really,
just threw it.
how they really make Nutella. Oh my god.
The mirror's doing something.
Oh shit!
She's in the kitchen.
No.
Oh, hi, Margaret. I'm dead.
Oh hi!
Oh
Margaret.
no! She could kill my friends. She's not a little bitch.
Oh damn. Is she beautiful though?
Well,
Trying to get the
she
ghosty
only
angry,
killed
of course, of
Evans,
course.
Is she getting her is she
I'm
getting the
glad I'm
plasma
excited to
all
play
over?
DVD.
Oops, she blew out the
Yes,
candles.
I can't wait.
Nope, she didn't blow out the candle. We need to relight it.
Oh, I had the lighter.
Okay.
Where's your body?
And we didn't escape during
Damn
the
it,
ghost
Margaret!
hunt.
Don't breathe
Rude.
down my neck. Come on.
Think of a new strange name? Why do we have to think of new strange names? I'll come up with one for you, bud.
Where's the lighter?
Should have been on my person.
Oh, there it is. I see it now. It's under the flashlight.
Can we talk?
She wants to talk, I guess.
Are you there? Are you angry? How old are you? What's your name?
What's your name?
Your name's really Susie, isn't it?
Yes.
How they really make
Yep.
Nutella. That is how they do it. Ectoplasm squirts. Yes.
Oh my god, bud, no.
There we go. Got the candle.
Alright, I'm grabbing something else because she's not going to use the spirit
Oh,
box.
shut up.
And we already have temps. Oh, there's nothing else for me to grab. Big sad.
Gosh, she's probably Agnes. Oh my god.
Well, I cannot be helpful. You're gonna take it to your bed, BRB? Alright, absolutely. Go get comfy. I will see you in a minute. Oh, are they hunting right now?
Yeah, they're hunting right now.
I can tell. Good thing I'm outside and not dying. Have fun.
Good thing I'm already dead. Suckers.
That is the confirmed way to get out of being killed, is to already be dead.
Mm-hmm.
Is that her walking around?
Yep.
Okay. I relit the candle, so.
We have to escape during a ghost hunt and get him to blow out the candle. Where's the candle at right now?
The candle is currently lit in the garage.
Oh, we lit, fam?
Oh yeah, we lit. Oh, we lit.
Dude.
She seems to be coming from the kitchen.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
was
I think
thinking
she's
we need
in
to
the
move
kitchen,
everything
actually.
to the kitchen.
Margaret, can you blow out the candle? I don't think you could blow out the candle if you wanted to.
Yeah, show us those blowing skills, Margaret. Come on.
Oh, Margaret,
blow out
blow
the
me.
candle.
God damn it, she closed the door on me when I said that.
I told her to blow me and she didn't like it.
I told her to show me those blowing skills and she closed the door.
I'm dead again.
Am I? She went through the salt.
She's in the kitchen. Oh hell no! She better not be messing
and
with the
she
food.
blew out the candle. She blew out the candle.
Yep. She
Am I the only one
blew out
alive?
the candle.
Nope, I'm alive.
Okay, cool. All right.
Oh, did she write in the notebook?
I don't know, Hosea.
Where's the book?
I don't know.
It's
We gotta
right
find
here.
it.
Nope, she did not write it. Yeah, she slammed the door on me the second I... Oh my god, she's hunting
she's
already.
coming again.
Gosh, Margaret comes a lot.
Well, that's why your OnlyFans is lit.
Oh my god. Nope, I'm dying. I'm dead.
Ectoplasm all over the place.
Get out of there.
Splish splash, I'm taking a bath.
Oh god, Mom just died in front of me.
She's most famous for 2 ghosts, 1 cup.
Oh god. Not that. Not that.
Hey Margaret, you mind if I leave?
That's an internet deep cut
Margaret?
right there.
Yeah, you should probably leave.
Margaret, I'm leaving. It was fun. I had
Okay, hold Sam, but before we leave, I gotta do the evidence. So what do we have? We have freezing temps.
You know why she's hunting so much? None of us have sanity. Sanity.
That makes sense.
She did blow out the candle. We did witness a ghost event.
So we have freezing temps, no writing. We didn't see fingerprints. Did we get a level 5 EMF?
Well,
not from a natural source.
Everything was in the wrong room, I think.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we can cross out Spirit Box. We didn't see any orbs, so can we cross that out?
Well, maybe. We didn't really look for orbs.
Alright, the camera's still set up in the garage.
Let's get rid of the EMF.
Yeah. I mean, you can take some sanity pills, DJ.
Yeah.
Is that what you're gonna do? DJ's trooping it?
Yo, you know it.
Let's go. Let's go, DJ. You got this. I believe in you.
There
we go. Got me at 70. Cool. Why do I have a lighter on me? Okay. So I'll go double check the book just to make sure she didn't write in it. Margaret, I'm coming back in.
Yeah, move the camera to face the kitchen too.
Yeah. Got nothing in there. Do we still have the dots set up in the garage? Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Hey, Margaret, don't mind me setting up some new stuff in here.
Oh! Scared the shit out of me.
What? Where do we have the dots? Dots in the kitchen.
Dots is right over here.
Damn it, Margaret!
There you go. Now get out of here. Get out. Get.
I'm leaving. If you're a Nike Eclipse saying I want to see how you pull. Okay, now we play the waiting game. I'm just looking at the computer and next thing you know, a coffee mug just suddenly appears on the desk. Wait, was that spirit orb? We got spirit orbs.
Yeah.
Alright, so what do we got going on?
Ghost orb.
Ghost orb? Okay.
Yep, I see them floating around the camera.
Alright, and we couldn't get writing.
So then...
I can double check the book just to see maybe she finally wrote in it.
You should probably check for fingerprints too in there.
Not
Do
this
we
island.
have the UV light?
I had it on me.
Oh, you had it on you? Oh, yep, I see it.
Okay, so we've got two options. What do you think it is?
So yeah, it's not going to be EMF.
No ghost writing so far. Oh,
So
fingerprints.
Okay.
Fingerprints?
Get out,
Okay.
Get out, get out.
It's a Hantu, it's a Hantu, get out.
Yep, I found fingerprints.
Let's go.
It's a
On
Hantu.
two.
Unless,
GG's, guys.
unless DJ doesn't actually know what orbs look like.
Which is possible. Very possible.
What else was floating in front of the camera?
I don't know.
I don't know. We're talking about ectoplasm and all that stuff, so.
Ectoplasm.
For all we know, it could have been a thermometer.
It could have been the thermometer.
Ecto money shots are just wild.
Alright, let's see.
There's a
Mimic.
mimic.
What?
I got $17? Are you serious?
I got 70.
Oh, God.
What was it that we got? Was it?
Fucking mimics.
I love it.
We did not do well.
What a
The
time.
mimic was probably making it appear to be spirit orbs, and it really wasn't.
They're like, oh yeah, you want to see this?
There was
Alright, I'll give
something-
it to you.
Something else was the mimics because the mimic wasn't even an option whenever we had our first two.
Oh, DJ, I just read your stream title. A mom, a DJ, and a dog walk into.
Evan's haunted house.
Oh, that's so cute. Imagine having cracked names.
I thought about that yesterday, and I'm like, I had to write that down.
Oh, I love it.
DJ, there's no apostrophe in Evan's name.
Rude, DJ. Rude.
Damn it.
That's okay.
Scrap the entire stream.
Yeah. As you should.
Alright, was this
Guys, thank you so much for the games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun, guys.
Thank you.
I will see you guys soon.
Later,
See you
y'all.
later.
Bye. Anyway. Oop. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. This stream went on pretty well. That's it. Everyone's band stream failed. Well, we're going to be sending the party over to another friend who's online right now that we can raid. Yo, we got I see some people online. Yo, I know exactly who we're raiding. I haven't raided them in quite a while. We're going to be raiding a good friend of mine. Shao Smith is online. Are they? Ooh, I can raid Shao Smith too. Yeah, there we go. Shao Smith. We can raid Shao Smith. Oh, they're playing Malum. I have been wanting to check that game out. But anyway, we're going to be raiding Shao Smith. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me, and I'll be seeing you guys. Evans, you never have to subscribe, but I do appreciate it. I had a lot of fun tonight. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow afternoonish. I don't know. We'll see. But I will be streaming tomorrow. And with that, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'll be seeing you next time.